Good evening, everyone. I haven't quite finished preparing, but give me a moment and I'll have it all set up and squared away. But I should say, good evening, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling today? I'm feeling a bit flustered. Haven't even got the right picture up. I'm not drinking tea. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. I'll have to fix that up afterwards, too. Ugh. And here I thought I was used to this at this point. How unprofessional of me. Just hide that photo while I'm fixing it up. Oh, very unprofessional of me. Let me get this done, though. But yes, how are we all feeling? Feeling good? I wonder how I did this drink. You'll get to see me taste my drink in real time, because I actually haven't had it. Well, this version of it. I made a different version. I was being a bit experimental tonight. Frankly, it may or may not be because I've also had 2 cocktails before this stream. But ignore that. I'm only slightly tipsy. You'll never get that promotion now. Ah, what a terrible thing. I'm a whole 7 or 8 minutes late. I'm not too sure. Stream pictures. Ramos Fizz. Finished. I'll jump over to the Ramos Fizz unfinished. Very interesting drink, this one. Fizz. Incomplete. Like me right now. Then get this picture done. This is very embarrassing. Maybe I should have just waited. Ah, well. But yes, the drink this today is quite interesting. It is probably the most technically difficult drink I've made. On stream, at least. Don't know how to look for you people. I'll make it as big as possible. And there it is! The Ramos Fizz. Let me make it big. It's very nice. This drink, you can see in front of my head here. Ooh. It's called the Ramos Gin Fizz. It's from New Orleans, I believe. You know what? I did a spectacular job with it this time. Delicious. Creamy. A bit of a citrusy tang along with this the tang of the well, the fizz, the soda water. And that little dash of vanilla, I think, did wonders for the drink. Very good. Like the picture too. I think I did a very good job with the picture this time. But yes, let me make it back smaller again. Ramos Gin Fizz is an interesting drink. It's got cream and egg white in it. Citrusy flavors are always the best, be it orange or lemon. This one, actually, is interesting. It has all 3. Not really citrusy of the orange, but it is a shaken drink with gin. And this one has heavy cream, egg white, so it's like a sour, in a way. It has lemon, lime, so gin, lemon, lime, orange blossom water, which was a goddamn pain to find. Lemon, lime, orange blossom water, a couple of dashes of vanilla extract, some simple syrup, as always, an egg white and heavy cream. Shaken for 3 minutes. Dry shaken for 3 minutes. I did it with a single ice cube so the seal would stay, but good God, my arms are tired. My shoulders are sore. I have no idea how I'm going to play this game. Bloody hell, my shoulders are sore. Then I shook it to cool it down. Poured it into a highball glass, put a bit of soda water in it, and it gives that wonderful, you know, thick foam on the top. That looks very nice. Legend has it, the original Gin Fizz was shaken for 12 minutes before it was poured into a glass. Apparently, it hired several people just to shake this. It was so popular at Ramos's bar in New Orleans that he had to hire several people just to shake the drink. Just to shake this Ramos Gin Fizz. as bar legend has it. So, and then you have the twist. I've done a little slices of the skin. Grab some orange slices. Expressed the oils onto the top of the foam, and it gives that nice, wonderful aroma. Stick it in. Take a picture. Looks very nice. You drink it with a straw. It's one of the only cocktails I've ever made where you drink with a straw. Point is, I'm very excited about this drink. It's turned out wonderfully. Praise me. Get a paint shaker and problem solved. Unfortunately, mate... Oh, I should probably say hello, Jirachi. Good to see a new name. Thank you for coming. And listening to me ramble about Ramos Gin Fizzes. And alcohol in general. But, point is, I'm very impressed with this myself. Praise me. Heap on the praise, please. And thank you for subscribing, Jirachi. I clearly have missed putting something in. If you want to unsubscribe and subscribe again, Jirachi, to get yourself a notification, you can. I realized the notifications weren't on this particular thing. Thank you, Tiberian. I knew you would praise me. Thank you. But yes. Let me move myself across a bit, actually. I realized I'm not centered in the scene currently. There we are. Much better. Now let's start this game up, and hopefully it'll actually start up. I was too experimental today. You see, I am making a, auget, or auget, I believe. A syrup that's used for cocktails. Auget. Let's see, pronunciation guide. Pronounce. Auget. Auget, apparently. Auget. There we are. I'm making an auget. Along with, if I can get around to it, making a allspice dram. I'm really filling up my days with things to do. I'm having a great time, frankly. But other than that, we should probably get into it, shall we? Just changing something about the title. Did I mention that in the bottom? Other than that, let me jump back into it. Let me start up the game and let's see if we can get this going, shall we? I'm very excitable. Trying to finish off the OJ I bought for the orange vanilla milkshake, so... That's always the problem, is it? I always find that I have that problem too. I bought that orange blossom water that I couldn't find, that I had to order off Amazon, of all places. I had to order a heap of it because it was only ordered in packs of 3, and now I have 750 mils of the bloody stuff. And you use drops of it. By the way, that's the game. You use drops of this orange blossom water. So I have no idea how I'm supposed to bloody well use it all before it goes off in a year, but hey, if I drink at the rate I'm going, maybe I will. Maybe I'll just give it to my nephew-in-law. He likes making cocktails as well. Now, what am I doing? Yes, changing to the game screen. There we are. Oh, and probably changing that. Actually, it's probably fine to do that. That'll work. Also, apparently YouTube is convinced nobody's watching, which is a lie into itself, but... Ow, bastard, I forgot that other part. I forgot to fix up the chat. You're gonna have huge arms from all those fizzes you'll be shaking, I know, right? I won't need the, That's me hitting my forearm, by the way. I won't need all these, what are they called? I've forgotten the little things, the stuff in the shoulders you put in suits that I have clearly on these suits to give me these nice square shoulders. Won't need those, just wear suits without them. Be bloody strong man. Be able to beat everyone in arm wrestles, bloody hell. Ugh. It is a tiring drink. I was sitting there. It's also very hot and humid here in Queensland. Shoulder pads. I don't know why that's come out of my mind. Shut up, Trend Micro. I'm trying to talk. But yes. Shoulder pads. I'm sure they had a different name. They're really just shoulder pads. Nope. That is not what I meant to do. How'd that happen? Don't know what the hell that was about. It suddenly went tiny. Let's jump into this game. I'm very excitable today. For obvious reasons. Bringing very strong energy to I've just bought a lot of alcohol recently and had a lot of experimenting to do. Oh, I already had two. Once before this, I had a classic Martinez. And, a yuzu-kaze. A, Japanese cocktail. Using the yuzu I have. Very interesting. But yes, we finally got back to Majima, my favourite Yakuza child. And we'll see where we go from here. But yes, oh goodness. Here's Fizz. I've done a perfect job. The thing about the Fizz, actually, it's supposed to have a tower. It's supposed to be in a Collins glass, much thinner than this glass. I will be talking about this alcohol for a while. I've been wanting to talk about it to somebody all day, and I haven't had anyone to talk to. So, you'll have to suffer this lonely old man's rantings. But yes, the Gin Fizz is actually supposed to be shaken for so long that the cream is so thick, the crema is so thick, that when you tip it... I really should... Tiberian, do you want responsibility? Because it doesn't seem card boxes here. Do you want to be a moderator if you can? Could I ask you of that of you? I'm really sick of these bloody bots. I'm gonna give you that responsibility even if you don't ask for it. Just in case. Make sure it's you. Add moderator. There you go, Tiberian. You have now responsibilities. Congratulations. But yes, where was I? Oh yes, the Ramos Gin Fizz is apparently supposed to be shaken for so long that the cream and the egg fuse together so well, the protein builds up so much, that when you put the soda water in, it creates a tower a tower of foam. You know, so I have that cream at the top, you can sort of see it in the picture. There's that cream at the top, that crema. And the idea is that it will make that crema so thick and so dense that it'll actually stand up above the glass. And with the Tom Collins, the thinner glass, it actually gives this funny, like, elephant's toothpaste sort of look. No, that's not the right... Yeah, settings. Graphic settings. Windowed. Full screen. Yes. It's a very interesting thing. That's the legend. I've not seen one done like that, however. But it's true. The cream is quite nice. Oh, what's this? Hello. Hey, you there. Who's saying, hey, you there? Hey, you, what? Oh. Hiding man. Seems to be a very popular pose. Wasn't there on a Kiryu's little playthrough a man hiding behind a flag doing that inside that children's play area with all the cars? After we got proposed to by a tiny child. I'm already a mod for another Vtuber, so I know the deal. Wonderful. Bye. Well, I was going to say. I place my utmost faith in you. What's with this fellow? Rise of the Dragonets. Oh, he's not wearing any pants. I saw that naked leg. Oh dear. He's found himself in quite the pickle, hasn't he? But if I let you take my pants, wouldn't that leave me without pants? What's the bloody hell's the point of that? Clearly this cameraman is, not discriminatory. Last time he spent a lot of time in the women's nethers, and now he's spending a lot of time in men's. What a start. Goodness. What a bloody start to the stream. Oh, well, this is not the way I was expecting it to go. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. You join us as we beat a man out of his pants, I suppose. Well, thank you, Robert, as always. I want to let this fight last a bit longer. I will have some happy gaming. I'm trying to think of clever puns before I beat this guy. Knock the pants off this fella. I wear the pants in this particular violent relationship. Goodness, what a start to the stream. Mugged by a Botan hunter. A Botan hunter? I assume Botan is his pants. So, somebody's going around stealing people's pants? Well. Dear oh dear. They must have quite the pair of pants. High waist, puffy around the thighs. Cool kids wear them. Ah. Is that so? Bigger than their breeches? Perhaps they are. With your tidy whities on display, yes. Didn't Walter White walk around in his tidy whities from that show? What is it called? Breaking Bad? He walked around in his tidy whities. He was a pretty tough fellow, from what I hear. A weird guy, is it? But it's very citrusy cream. It's almost like a citrus yogurt. Yes. Weirdo like how? Big guy jumping behind the panel on his back. Yep. A tiny student backpack. Right. This plot certainly thickens. And I'm not talking about the cream of my gin fizz. I'm one richer and a shit of a time poorer. That is a great way of putting that, Majima. I have to keep that one in mind. I'm one story richer and a shit ton of time poorer. Huh? Magutako. Old hands as good as back with you in the hunt, please. Well, let's go treat this fellow a bit of a visit, shall we? Sure there's no harm in it. How the hell did I find that fella? I wonder how many side quests will run along on the sidewalk here. Hello, child. Take that. Oh, that's right, this park full of people who, for some ungodly reason, is completely surrounded by Yankees all the time. Crazy bastards. Where am I going? I'm hunting for pants. Maguto, he said. Ujanji, Shokuto, Mazaman, Ashpa Park. Soten boy. Hmm. Hands. Why is it? Maguto. Matukako. Kako? Hmm. Oh. Hello, bikers. A shame you don't seem to have any bloody bikes. Otherwise you might have a bloody chance in hell. I'm not even talking about a snowball chance. Just a chance at all. I hope those boots taste nice. I use beeswax to seal them. I have no idea what this Maguto thing he's talking about. Magutako. Oh, it was the stand. It's a food stand. Alrighty then. Out of my way, pinstripe lady. I've got a man with a tiny backpack to destroy. Oh, goodness. Do you know, man? Do you know the addresses go by block number instead of street name in Japan? Yes! I have discovered how bizarre the street things are in Japan. I wonder how anyone gets a bloody around. They have block numbers, which I believe are arbitrarily made, so it's not like, you know, I can go, oh, it's going to be arranged in this way. From east to west. No, apparently it's... Yes, what is it? You know, prefecture, city, district, block, house number, that sort of thing. It's bizarre. I honestly don't understand how anyone gets around. Come on, Big Man. Ooh. Let's do some dancing, shall we? Yo! Wait. Ah, that's right. This ability. Mate. Ooh. Goodness. Everything seems working. By the way, I think I should restart my computer every time I want to do a stream, because it seems that when I don't, I end up with a awful, just awful case of crashes. What about starting up in the time between? Oh, it's always 10,000 machines. But yes, the addresses in Japan are truly curious. You know, I really wonder about them. Who's this guy? Oh, so this is the phone card guy. Do I have any set? No, I don't. No, I don't want any takoyaki. Thank you very much, though. And here we are. Wait, these aren't even Botan. And also he's blonde. You know, I was honestly not expecting a guy that looked like that. They're called a tuxedo. Just drop your pants. Well, well, well. I want takoyaki in real life. Oh, it's pretty good. There's a place nearby. Well, nearby. I say nearby. Nearby as anything is in bloody Australia. In the next major city that actually has a nice takoyaki place. I was saying nearby because I stayed there for a while and had the place quite a bit. But, yeah, takoyaki. I wonder if there's any places in America. Popular in America, those sort of Japanese restaurants that would serve proper takoyaki. Drop your pants. It's not the strangest way I've been propositioned. It's more fun that way. Peeling's better than stealing. Mate. You really should watch your wording. Goodness. Better be glad no women are wearing Botans. Or perhaps I should be worried that you're getting Botans. It sounds like an awful... It sounds almost like a fetish thing, really, doesn't it? Old Botan humbug. Well... Let's make him eat another Asian delicacy. Bat. I'm sure it'll be delicious. He sits near a takoyaki stand, so he already eats strange things. They're a joking restaurant, but I don't know if they sell takoyaki. Isn't that a street food? Yeah, this is true, but you're only likely to find it in a proper restaurant in other places other than Japan. This man's made the most newest delicacy. Bat! Bat soup. Served with a side of his teeth. Take that, mate. Oh, I hit that lady. I've had fun. Gonna go since it's late here. Love the stream and you're entertaining. I'll come back again soon. Well, thank you, Jirachi. It's very kind of you to say that. I'm glad you had fun for the short time you were here. See you next time if you can make it. This knee teeth smashing is in your honor. Oh, I can't do the neck snap on him. Now the bat was working. Actually, I wonder if any weapon equip. Oh, that's right. The nunchucks. Goodness, this mate is being annoying in his last 15 minutes. I was trying to be cool, that's probably why. Ooh! Out for the count, mate. Bit of a boxer, this fella. Goodness. Put up quite a bit of a fight. Wow, he gave me a fair bit of money, didn't he? That's all that money from stealing the pants and selling them, I guess. One-eyed Trump, that's a bit rude. I have a disability. Oh dear, he's somehow related to children. It either means he's very sympathetic or very strange. Was he now? What did these children ask him to do?
Hi.
Wait, he's an elementary school student? What the bloody hell are you talking about? If he's an elementary school student, I'm the bloody Queen of England. Alright, you don't have baseball puns in Australia, so you can't make baseball puns. No, you are correct. I can't. At least, the only one I can make is the dun dun bum 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 batter up. But I can do that for cricket, too. That's why I always say I'm shooting for 6. Because it's not a home run, it's for 6. That's cricket. It's the more popular of the blunt implement-based sports in this country. This bloody kid's a elementary school student. I am the Queen of England. The delinquent kittens of Sutton North. Real scummy, beat up kids our age, take our money. Well, if he's a kid, it would make sense that he doesn't know what a tuxedo is.
Hi.
Oh, isn't that nice? At least you understand you are terrible people. That or he is a 70-year-old, a 24-year-old man pretending to be an elementary school student, in which case, shun him all you want. Oh, it's not because he was a giant man. Alright. Fair enough. Big shot of the Omi Alliance, eh? I wonder if we'll beat him up at some point. Yes, good to know that they are self-aware, I suppose. That's so. Oh, isn't he adorable? Except he looks like an 18-year-old boy. Which is worrying. You are just a punk kid. He's right. They are just a punk kid. This ain't no Botan. Sounds like a personal problem. That, my friend, sounds like a you problem. Well, what an interesting time we've had. Let's go give him back to the old unfortunate fellow who got beaten up by a child. I'm sure he'll love to hear about this. Out of my bloody way. Oh dear God! There you go. Give his pants back. Oh, they really are perfect. Interesting. Not a story worth repeating, because then you would also be a one story richer and a whole lot of time the poorer. Mm. Oh, god damn it. Back to the takoyaki stand again. Stop! Hammer time! Yeah, they do look a bit like hammer pants, don't they? I suppose in a way they are. Oi, Oma. Let's go, let's fight. Come on. I hate these fellas with their fast punches. They think they're hot bloody toast, do they? And you will be hit for 6. Muddle up. Out. Cheeky sods. Cheeky bloody sods indeed. Oh dear God. Well, colour me impressed. Goda. There's a dragon in the making. The rise of the dragon indeed. He's got his eye on the wrong He caught the eye of the wrong person, that kid. The wrong person indeed. Let's head into the Tiger and the Dragon to see what's happening. Oh, katana, eh? Teach me about the katana. Let's do some more training, shall we? At least just keep away from the madness of Yakuza for a while. I know exactly what to expect when doing these training missions. To be annoyed. Yeah. I was looking forward to the life and death nature of things. Feng Hui, I thought I was about to say Feng Shui, Master of Suspense. I'm like, no, that would be Feng Shui, Master of Interior Design. But, oh well. Let's go, shall we? Oh dear God, he's very tough. Ow. No, no. What a weird technique you've just used there. Oh, it takes all my bloody concentration to get this done. Delicious. Ow. He's just gonna keep using that damn combo over again, is he? Cheeky sod. You're some sort of steaming pile of hot shit on the road, do you? Bloody hell, mate. Oh, what a bloody waste of time that is always. Goodness. Those training missions are always such a pain. I could do with a meal, frankly. I'm currently bleeding out the sidewalk. A good boy, yes. Guess I can't buy any food from her. Let's do a random equipment search for the funsies. Send them to Balkan Mafia. Knives, knuckles, Bagnaka. Spray handgun. Wow, these fellows are expensive. Send them off, shall we? Repair some equipment while we're here. Wow, some of these are not cheap. Million yen to repair my Spark 15,000 volt. How dare they? Cannon. Wow. Never mind. Apparently, I'm not going to bloody repair any of this. Oh. Bloody arm and a leg, mate. Daylight robbery. Let's go over the road to the crab place. That famous giant crab Osaka is known for. Oh, goodness. Oh, my arm snapped together. That was my actual arm, though. Hey, scratching at my shoulder. Hey. The bloody heat and humidity is making me itchy. This beard is really quite tough to deal with. Ah, bastard. Really makes me wish I could shave it off sometimes. But I just like it too much and it took too long to grow it. Damn it, I should have heard that joke. Like my beard? Well, thank you. I grew it myself. I'll make that joke eventually, I'm sure. Let's do a bit of side quest hunting, and there's nothing to it. Let's go search some side quests. Maybe do some training. See how we can go. Yes. Oh, goodness. It is a bit annoying to start late, you know. Starting late is a bit annoying because you have an expectation set up, and if anyone was waiting for you to start at 1:30 like I was supposed to, it can get quite annoying when you don't, and they come expecting it to be there, and then it's not there, and you get my point. It can be annoying. Oh, and ooh, tone over rich people. I tried to grow a bit once, but my mustache doesn't grow together in the middle. It looks weird. Oh, my nephew has a problem with that too. He's a bit younger though. He still has chance. His father, my brother, did grow his beard quite late, so I'm sure he'll have his time in the sun. But yes, he has the same thing. His beard grows like a C. Oh, a million yen vending machine, quick! I haven't done one of these before, do it. But yes, he has a, like a G or a C looking beard. It's quite funny looking. Unfortunately for him. But yes, he has a similar problem. But took a long time for our beards to grow in our family. I was quite old before it grew in properly. It didn't help that I had terrible acne scarring. You can't see it because the beard now grows up my side of my face, but I do have acne scarring, quite bad acne scarring. I was terribly acneed up. I looked like somebody had dumped a pepperoni pizza on me. It's terrible. But once I got old enough, I grew a beard and hid it all, so you couldn't see it. Very most gin fizzes work wonderfully with a London Dry. Didn't work the first time I did it. This is the third time I've made this drink, actually. The first 2 times didn't work out so well. That'll be that. Wow, those guys go fast, don't they? We'll go around the place, do a bit of a couple of circuits, and then we'll head back into the... Oh, excuse me. We'll head back to the... That's why I have the insult pizza face over here. Yes. Oh, it was awful. I don't understand how anyone could look at me. I was a very social high schooler, you know? And it really didn't hit me until quite late. You see, I was quite... my growth spurt came in quite late. I was 14 before I started growing. Quite late. For most. It felt quite late, at least. Most people around me had already started growing. And I didn't even grow to that tall, either. Yes, it's these fellows back here. But yes, I don't understand how anyone looked at me. I was covered in pus and blood, and it was terrible. I had cysts all over. In the middle of... I remember once in the middle of a maths exam, one of these quite particularly large ones burst. And I couldn't see the exam because there was blood all over my face. The teacher looked at me and thought... Dear God, he thought somebody had punched me in the middle of the exam. I almost got out of it. Until I stupidly admitted it wasn't in fact a terrible blunt force injury that had split the skin, but in fact just a pimple that had bled a lot. But... we can't always be that good. But yes, it was awful. And the weird thing was, I was quite a social person, and I wasn't unliked. It's a weird way of putting it, but you know what I mean. I wasn't disliked. I had a lot of friends and acquaintances. In high school, I was quite a social little butterfly. Mostly because I had to be. Too much information? Ow, mate. I can tell you too much information, but considering you couldn't even handle that, mate. I'm going to refrain. But yes, okay, fair enough. Too much information. I know what TMI stands for. My nieces and nephews and such have already told me that, used that phrase on me. But I was fairly open about various bodily functions. Well, when you get older, you just get more used to that sort of thing. But, hey, it's only blood and guards. It's not that too bad, really. Annoyingly enough, I don't have the money ability. And crunch. Yes, what was I talking about? Yes, so I've no idea, considering how terrible my face looked, how anyone even dared talking to me. It was awful. I even starred on a bloody musical when I was doing that. When I had that... Oh, actually, it was before I had that face, because it was actually just after the musical that I started getting really bad acne. Like, it was not great, but it was after the musical that I did. It was even worse. And makeup does wonders for a man when he's on stage. So, seems there's nothing else to do. Well, I guess we have time to go. It's time to go pester a man who's been shot. For information. About somebody else. Ah, yes, about the man with the bat tattoo. You alive in here? No? Wow. It's like somebody was murdered here. Somebody almost was. Don't stick the knife around from the corner.
誰お前何しに来た
Little guy. That's a bit rude.
黙っとったら何もわからんで
私関係ないリーさんの着替え取りに来ただ
リーの着替え
Oh, he's alive. That's a good sign.
ここの店長の居所知ってるの
Goodness.
かリーはどこにおる無事なんか
リーさん今私の病院いる
なんやおっさん医者か
この辺りの中国人みんな私の病院来る
Oh, I like the poor Japanese they're emulating. That's very good. Very nice.
そんな病院どこや
Don't need to be so rude, mate.
でも
俺はリーの味方や先生あんた、ここにおったマコという女知っとるか
誠知ってるよリーさんあの子のこととても
Well, don't you worry, lad. She's currently in a dusty warehouse. Who's only being kept there in secret because of the misunderstanding of the man who owns the warehouse and thinking we're some sort of deviant.
痛い目見るで
私の病院小福町西にあるジャンバラ屋ってジャンソー
雀荘で病院
Oh, nice. Very good. Perfect to hide it.
もう行っていいか
I can't say I've ever been to an underground hospital. Are there any underground hospitals popular over in America? I could imagine so, if they're able to get them everything done cheaper than the actual hospitals in America.
いや俺が探しとることリーには内緒なんや
It's not a way to make a good first impression. Also, terrible blunt force trauma to be able to knock somebody out like that. Oh, goodness. It is sweaty. Oh, goodness. A sweaty time indeed. Yeah. Ah, bastard. I keep pressing X now, things. Well, I'm intervening. As always. Yes. And I decided to use a special kind of bat for you two. Wow. I'm fabulous. Ah, yes, press the button this time. Ooh, look at me. Oh. Absolutely fabulous. Going for bloody ever that. They could have probably done some more, at least one more animation for that, mate. But they didn't. It was only one of two animations. And yet. That was fabulous. Didn't even have to use them as a sign of the times. Slightly battered ruby plate. He just is carrying around. No wonder those guys were bloody jumping him. He's carrying around a plate full of precious gemstones. Goodness. Ruby plate. Speaking of, where the hell is the wardrobe? Sell that while I'm on the mind. It's not quite the diamond plate, but actually ruby plates would be more expensive these days at least. I've heard the coloured gemstone market is much more popular these days than the diamond market. The diamond market. Diamonds are still expensive, but... Peerless pole. Oh yes, I'm supposed to be buying things, aren't I? Oh, 10 million. A cool 10 million, eh? An absolutely ice cold 10 million. Cold hard cash, eh? That must be from the gold days, wouldn't it be? From the days where people actually had gold. Because most cash these days is not cold or hard. Granted, there are coins, but you wouldn't ever refer to a bunch of coins as cold hard cash. Unless you were referring to them as that literally. Must be a gold coin sort of layover. At least, I assume so. It'd be strange if it wasn't. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I'm surprised nobody noticed he was bleeding out everywhere. Bjorn. Oh, having fun? Playing mahjong?
そろそろ来ると思っとったで。案外遅かったやないか。
なんやと。
そない怖い顔すんなや。
あんた、俺が来ることお見通しやったっちゅうんか。
まあ、想定の範囲内やな。
Fair enough.
わしをただの針師と思わん方がええで。
God hands out.
ゴッドハンドや。
Is he really actually blessed by the gods? Does he have the power of bloody foresight, does he?
通るわけないやろが。そのとん、当たりや。
うわ、そりゃないよ、リさ
お前。
Hope you're not betting for money, mate.
もうええ。そこの新顔男
Oh, you're gonna teach me how to play mahjong, are we?
もうええやろ。せっかくこないなところまで来たんや。
To ask
わ
questions.
しは一度な、殺し屋っちゅう人種と麻雀打ってみたかったんや。
It's time to play some mahjong, everyone. See if I can remember any of the mahjong I played
怪我人にしちゃ
5 or so years ago now.
アホ抜かすな。死ぬほど痛いわ。腕が動かへん。あんたと変わってやりたいわ。
あんた、あの女がどないなったか聞かんのか。
誠が死んどったらわしを探す理由なんてあらへん。生きとんのやろ。お前、まだいっぺんも人殺したことないな。
Seems everyone has the sense for this bloody thing. It's a bit rude, really.
公園で踏ん張っとるっちゅうとこや。人を殺せん男がなんで殺し屋なんかやっとるんや。なあ。
顔を見ただけで何がわかるっちゅうねん。
Didn't have much of a choice, frankly. It's a bit rude to be assuming, mate. Eh?
わしにはわかるんや。なんでも。
I forget these people are young adults.
それ論や。
They all look
悪いな。
they all look like they're about 70 years old, frankly.
怪我しとらんのやろな。
なあ、女は無事や。安心せえ。
そうか。そしたらあれか。お前がここ来たんは自分が生き残る策を探ろうっちゅうことか。下手打った殺し屋が雇い主に殺されんようにな。
言うと
A bit like that. More interesting about information.
まだあの女殺さんと決めたわけやない。俺以外にもあの女狙ってた連中がおったな。あんたの体に銃で穴開け
It's been interesting they're going for the kill if she is related to that particular
いや
lot.
なんであの女狙おうとる。
そんなもんお前の雇い主に聞けや。そいつも誠狙っとんのやろ。
女が狙われとんのはお前らがコウモリの入れ墨嗅ぎ回ってるせいなんとちゃうか。
It has to be related, right?
さあどうやろな。
リーさん、大丈夫だったか。 応援かき集めてきたよそいつリサン狙ってる
なかなか楽しかったで。
まだ話は終わっとらん。俺が敵か味方もわからんやろが。それでもやるんか。
Ooh, wow.
敵か味方かわから
How
ん。
very dramatic.
殺した方がマシや。それがこの町の中国人の流儀やで。
聞く耳持たんち。
I would say that was racist, but you are Chinese, I suppose. Oh, those shoes are nice, aren't they?
お前ら遠慮選んでぶちかましたれ。
He's acting awfully ballsy for a man that doesn't know where I've hidden his girl, eh? I'm taking those swords of yours. So why don't you all just... take a seat? Oh, perhaps we'll... Oh, bloody hell, these bastards with swords. How about we, take a seat and discuss this? It's a bit annoying that they can just do that to me. I'm trying to make clever puns here. Zhang, I will break all of your teeth and ruin your life. Now give me your bloody worn-out Chinese broadsword. Now you sit down, take a seat, shut the hell up. Otherwise, we can table this discussion for later. Hey! So you're invited to the conference. Bloody bastards. I was trying to make puns and they kept hitting me. It's very rude. Got 'em, old man, make some bloody puns.
出来損ないの殺し屋っちゅうわけでもないか。
I distinctly remember ruining your day, Mr. Big Man. Why are you acting so arrogant?
あんたらの島を荒らす気はない。あの女がなんで狙われとるか知りたいだけや。
誠の狙われる理由がコウモリの入れ墨の男や言うんやったら多分関係ないで。
I'm still wondering if this is the bat the animal or the bat the implement, because that would be far funnier if it was one or the other.
なんで
Perhaps it's both. Perhaps the bat wielding a bat.
何も聞いとらんねやな。
あの女がお前に聞け言うたんや。
あの子は自分の口から言いたないだけや。
どういうことや。
あの子はな、コウモリの入れ墨の男のせいで目が見えんようになったんや。
Ah, they didn't look like trauma.
何？
Interesting.
誠は2年くらい前初めて大阪に出てきた。
Hmm.
身寄りも行くあてもないただの18歳の女の
I
子
see.
でな。
That's
住み
unfortunate.
込みのホステスやったりいろんな職を転々としとったらしい。
Hmm.
せやけどそれは蒼天堀の裏社会にとっては格好の餌食やった。
格好の餌食？
I see.
せや誠に近づいてきた悪い男がおってな。口八丁で誠に身寄りがないこと嗅ぎつけると急に人が変わったそうや。
Dangerous people, I
あの
suppose.
子が逃げられんよ。
Why do I have an orange on my
ど
desk?
こぞの俺に監禁した。
そいつは何の目的でそないなこと？
金や。
Hmm.
金に決まっとるやろ。コウモリの入れ墨の男
Seems like an awful lot of
誠を金で
effort.
売り飛ばしたんや。ある韓国系の組織にな。そっから毎日あの子が朝から晩まで何させられとったかは皆まで言わん。た
It's
だ
clever. A clever technique to say,
この目が見えんようになったのはそれが原因や。極限状態の
oh wait, so it's not actually blindness. She just chooses not to see. Got it. Well, not chooses not to see. Is forced not to see by her own mind.
火も刺さんよう
Oh, and it's the animal. Rude.
あの子が自分の目で最後に見たんがそのろくでなしの腕にある
Not being specific means that they're able to make your imagination make it worse. And I've got quite the imagination,
つい半年くらい前や
and quite the many experiences to
その復讐のために
enhance that imagination, so I can
入
see.
れ墨を探し回っとるっちゅうわけか。
誠は自分と同じ目に遭うやつを他に作りたないんやと。
Does she now?
なんやったらわしが確実に殺したるけどな。コウモリの入れ墨、皮ごと剥ぎ取ったら。
Not of rage, my friend.
けどこれで分かったやろ。言うてもコウモリの入れ墨は街で自分の顔さらして女さらう程度の子。
Is he now?
そいつが今誠の狙われとる理由とは
By the law of literary analysis, I doubt it.
チンピラに
He is never just a small man.
さあ動かんやろ。
せや
It wouldn't make sense.
他に心当たりはないんか。
ないな。
It was his forearm too. That tattoos are quite
これで
obvious.
しまいや。
あの女は小福町通りの春ビルの中におる。オデッセイいう店が倉庫に借りとる場所や。
お前、わしに誠返してもうてええんが。誠のこと殺さんで雇い主とどないなしつけんねん。殺されんで。それに誠も
Hmm.
結局代わりの殺し屋に追われるだけや。
せやったらどないせっちゅうね。
It's a good
逃げ
point.
きれんこともないで。一つだけ、わしらもお前もヤクザから逃げ切れる手がある。
Let's figure out why the bloody hell she's getting chased in the first place.
劇薬じみた手や。大事なもん守るためには、それに見合う犠牲が必要になる。あんたの協力も必要や。
俺の協力？
せや。ただわしの考え聞く前にやるかやらんかこの場で答えてもらわなあかん。で、どんなことでもやるか。そんだけの覚悟があんたにあるか。
どの道このままやったら俺はしまいや。
やるかやらんか聞いとるんや。どうなんや。
ええやろ。やったるわ。
Of course he will.
そうか。
It would be pretty boring if he refused it.
せやったらあんたは誠んとこにはよ帰り。今日んとこはあの子の面倒を見たってくれ。
え？
わしには急いでやらなあかんことができた。
何す
Excuse
る
me?
あんた。
目処がついたら教える。それまでは秘密や。この先あんたと連絡つけるにはどうしたら
By
いい？
Pager.
キャバレーグランドや。夜になったらそこにおる。俺はそこの支配人や。
ほんまか。あんたがあのグランドの。
飲み代は心配すな。俺のおごりや。
わかった。とにかく
Just avoid the Yakuza there because they're the ones who asked me to murder you.
名前は
マジマゴロや。
Fun. It's a bit annoying that they didn't tell us why they're being hunted now, though. Well, let's go check on a blind woman in a warehouse owned by a rival businessman. Oh dear. I'm sure that'll end well, won't it? Onegaishimasu, my ass, mate. Back off. Let's do just some dancing first. Feeling like I want to give this another go, eh? Doom, 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 doom. Disco salon. Let's do some dancing, shall we? Dance the night away. Dance solo. I'm kind of curious to see how Majima looks. Okay, here we go.
今日の主役はこの俺。
Lot of balls, mate. Let's listen to this Miracle Jackson song, shall we? Haha, my little dude's got an eye patch on. I didn't do too bad that time.
主役の座は譲らんで。
Ding! I can't wink, but no, I did. I'm not very good at this. I really am not very good at this dance cardy game. Well, doesn't seem to be any side questing here, so let's stop ignoring the inevitable and face up to our responsibilities as an adult. Can't always run away from the problems in a relationship, even if the problems are Yakuza trying to murder each other and you've only met each other less than 24 hours ago. Gotta face those sort of things. Communication. If Romeo and Juliet could get married in 3 days. What's stopping you, I suppose? Yes, yes, that's fighting. That's always the answer. Murder. And whip. Smack. Ouch, that one's gone. Oh, and the other guy's gone. Wow. Come down to Coles for the 2-for-1 special, mate. Yeah, that's right. 2 for 1 on violent blunt force trauma. Yeah, that's right. Only for $0.99. That's right, only $1, mate. It's a bloody steal to have your teeth punched out of your head by a man with one eye. Only at Goro Majima's Coles Express. Yeah, you better be sorry. Cheeky sods. Think there's some sort of special, do they? Oh, that's right. How the bloody hell do I get there? Sneak into the back alleys. Annoy the cats. Hey, modes. And she's not going to be here. That's my prediction. She never will be. Oh, no, she's here. Oh my god. What a bloody shock. This game has certainly had some twists and turns. This is the biggest one yet.
おとなしくしとったか。
リさんはどうでした？
無事や。あいつは1発2発撃たれたとこで死ぬ玉やないな。ピンピンしとった。
そっか。よかった。
Well.
でもそれじゃ。
That silence was almost beyond a long pause into the kind of pregnant silence.
いや、今も似たようなもんか。自分殺しに来た男とボロい倉庫に缶詰や。けど、コウモリの入れ墨のことは多分、お前が狙われとる理由と違う。
I do wonder who it
今そう
is.
言うとった。
そう
Wow, she cries a lot. I suppose that's to be expected. Can't really judge her for it. I'd probably be crying too. Internally, of course, because I've been raised to never cry.
こと思い出させた。
No, it's not true, but it's just what happened, unfortunately.
少しやけど、俺もお前に似たとこがあるんや。
Oh yes, he did, didn't he?
片っぽだけやが目が見えん。それだけやない。いつ死んでもおか
He
しく
was
ない
in
って俺も
a hole for a year, if I remember correctly. Not an actual hole, more like a hell hole sort of hole. Metaphorical.
お前に比べたら天国みたいなもんやるけどね。俺には
That's true.
残っとった。お前よりだいぶマシや。
I don't know if that's a good thing to say.
こんなん言うても慰めにならんか。
Loving the music in this scene. Kind of. Love the distortion
そ
of it.
んなんや。かえって余計なこと言うたな。
Where's all that charm and bravado gone, mate? You're always such a good talker.
なあ、ゆうべから何も食うとらんもんな。
大丈夫
Really? Huh. Could have fooled me, lass.
アホ。
Could have fooled
大
me.
丈夫なわけないな。腹減っとるからそんなに落ち込むんや。元気ない時は食うに限るで。な。
Come on, quick, pull out some food, mate.
すぐ食うもん買うてきたる。なんか欲しいもんあるか。
Takoyaki, perhaps? Ah, look at me.
それなら
I know the mind of a digital woman like no other.
ないんや。やっぱり腹減っとるんやないか。わかった。待っとけ。ええな。
Only digital women, don't ask me about real ones. Digital people have to serve a purpose and a story. Otherwise, I'm clueless. Well, professional women have an objective. Sad, lost children, trapped in a terrible situation, wouldn't exactly have drive and focus and power. What's that song with the rock in it? All about drive, all about power. I'm not too sure if that's how that song went. It's about drive. Oh, to you too, you bastards. Cheeky sods. Think they can stop me from getting my takoyaki? Get the Mad Dog of Shimano staff, you than Tokyo Dojo style. Oh, hello, Carl Dante. Didn't realize it was a new name. Good to see you here. How are you doing? And also, I've heard that it is much easier to get the Mad Dog style than the Dragon style. I was going to farm for the Dragon style off screen, but I moved to the new chapter, so I was playing as Majima. So that didn't happen, but yes, I have heard. But I haven't gotten the minigame yet. I assume it's locked behind the minigame of this fellow, right? I assume. Sprint! Before it get old, mate! Didn't realize they had such a long time. I thought they were just called Mad Dog and Dragon style. News to me! Oh, good God. Mate, I am trying to deliver takoyaki to a growing girl who is being hunted by Yakuza. Can't you be a bit more kind? Didn't your mothers teach you how to... what is it? Treat others as you would like to be treated? You see, I like being kicked in the face by a metal bat. You can see I very much like bat soup. Very funny. And that's what you get. I have very important story continuing reasons to sprint down this street at full speed. How dare you interrupt me? I'm watching you, group of 4 high schoolers. Better not stop me. Oh, bastard. Sorry, lady. Sorry, man. Ow. Why are there so many of them here? Why are they so annoying? Batter up! I love the jumpsuits you guys are wearing. Look fabulous. Like a man who worked at a printing factory. He accidentally fell into the printer and his nice white shirt. Oh, a swing bar. Nice. Oh, it's the Odyssey. Or... smoking hot Yakuza takoyaki. Now she's not gonna... oh, she's still here. Yeah, I was really expecting her to run away at some point.
Oh,
You're almost disappointing me, lass. Why aren't you being more annoying?
ありがとう。
Can't you smell it?
少しは落ち着いたんか？
The delicious smell of... the remnants of a
でも
Ramos gin
お
fizz.
腹すいた。
That's all I can smell.
それでええんや。人間、腹に物を入れんと力が出ん。待っとけ。今食わしたるわ。
Oh, I thought there was going to be some adorable scene where they fed each other like a depressed couple.
あの、
Hmm.
あ？
あなたは目どうしたの？
ん？
その片目がなんで見えなくなったのかなって。
Well, he did mention he had gone through something similar.
俺の場合は怪我っちゅうかな。事故みたいなもんで。もう
Yeah.
完全に
Eyes are a bastard of a thing, you know? They collapse very easily.
もう一つの目は残っとる。別にそれで十分や。
No depth perception, which is a shock how he fights well, but, you know, he looks really cool while doing it.
な？アホか。お前の方がよっぽどやろ。
私の目は心因性だからいつか治るかもってリーさんが。
Yeah, that's true.
そうなんか？
Perhaps.
なら、望みはまだあるっちゅうことやな。よかったやないか。
でもあなたの目は。
もう慣れとる。そない不自由しとるんは。せいぜい男前が台無しになっただけや。
Very funny.
男前なんだ。
目が揃っとったらな。お見せできるのが残念やで、ほんま。
Certainly sure of himself, isn't he?
残念。
少しは笑えるようになったが。うん？なんやお前、時計しとるんか？見えへんのに、けったいなやっちゃ。
まあね。でも
Oh, it's a bit of a skeleton watch, isn't it? It is quite nice.
せやから、見えへんのやろうちゅうとるやろが、まったく。
分かってるよ。でもね、これオルゴールの曲が鳴るの。
Oh, it's a music box, is it? How very curious. I'd love to own a watch like that.
そういうことよ。
今はならない。だって時計が壊れてるから。
なんやね
でも捨てられないものってあると思わない？他人から見れば
Isn't she just an adorable little
自
ass?
分にとってはなんだか
Wants you to make her ruffle her hair, doesn't she?
っていうか
So it's all gonna be
が
alright.
見えなくなって時間もわからなくなって時計も壊れて
It's one of those things you think about sometimes in the depth of the night, doesn't it?
そんなもの必要ないって
What would it be like to live without vision?
私がまだ元気だった頃の証なの。
Your life was normal, eh? In a city with no name, no family, no people to go back to. I wouldn't say that's normal. In any measure of the word.
でもまたあのオルゴールの音聞いてみたい。
Good job cheering her up, mate.
え。わかるで。捨てられんかったら持っとりゃええ。持っとりゃきっといつかええことある。
いつかいいことか。
Very deep and meaningful scene, isn't it?
どないした？
やっぱり違うよね。そんなものにこだわってるからいつまで経っても私には現実が見えてないんだ。
おい。
いいの、ありがとう。あなたの気持ちは嬉しいよ。感謝してる。
For an assassin, that's what's
そ
up.
うやない。お前が必要やと思うんやったら必要なんや。本当にそう思うんやって。
大丈夫。私強くなる。強くならなきゃ。
Will you now? Will you indeed, little one? Still a little ankle biter, I suppose. There's no harm in getting it fixed.
せや、まだ言うとらんかったけどな。リーノさんはなんややることがある言うとったわ。それが済んだらここに迎えに来させる。それまでもう少しの辛抱や。
The Grand.
どこか行くの？
そろそろ仕事の時間なんや。佐川って名前に聞き覚えあるか？近江連合の極道や。
知らない。
Yes, I wonder how you're going to explain this one, Majima.
佐川も誰かに頼まれただけかもしれんな。けど、なんでお前みたいなんが極道に狙われるんや。
あなたはその佐川って人に脅されてるの？
Oh, she's quite sharp.
似たよう
In
な。
a way, yes.
けど、俺はお前を殺すことで褒美をもらえることになっとった。登場会に戻れるっちゅうな。
登場会？
あ、いや、お前は知らんで英語で。
じゃあもしこのまま私を殺さずにいたらあなたはそのヤクザに殺されるの？
Good luck with that, mate.
リーのおっさんがなんや考えがある言うとった。うまくいったらお前も俺ももう殺されんで済むっちゅう話や。
A lot of faith you're putting in this man.
お前んとこの店長やろ。信じたれや。
Have a little
終わ
faith.
ったらまた来るで。
He's not quite Jesus Christ, but Jesus quite wasn't so hench. It's time to go work at the cabaret club, eh? Maybe learn about that cabaret club fad they were talking about. Hoga Niji. Yeah. You can't stop me! Run! Be free like the wind!
いかがで
ん
私この店の店長のようだと申します。
Sunshine.
この店はキャバ
いえ、うちはキャバクラになります。
Cabo Club.
クラッカー、ちょうどええわ。
でしたらこの機会にぜひ。楽しいですよ、キャバクラ。
Oh. The likes from the strangest people. You saw my tweet get liked. Perfect opportunity. Guys like Yamakata wouldn't recommend him without good reason. See what's going on.
案内頼むわ。
もう
Is his number one girl not going to be that great? Oh. Interesting. I was about to say that joke, Majima. Why would you steal it from me? I thought I was about to say I've been to livelier funerals than this, but oh well.
お客様お待たせしました。当店ナンバーワン女ゆきちゃんです。
どうも、ゆきです。よろしく。
おう、よろしくな。
Is she? I've got a terrible estimation of people's looks.
それでは
お
乾杯。
You're trying your best, lass. Bless your heart. She's trying her best. Bless her heart. Dear oh dear.
すみません。
ああ、いや別に。
一応
Just started up, clearly.
この店に在籍してる
Bit of
女
a
の子、私を含めて3人しかいないんで。
new startup, I suppose.
3人？ちょっと少なすぎやろ。
It's pretty well appointed for such a
ねえ。
low-level club, eh?
はい。ちょっと前までは
ファイブスター。なんやそれ。
蒼天堀ファイブスター。蒼天堀のキャバクラを牛耳る
Ah,
人気キャバクラ
I
店
really love the number 5.
女たちの総称です。彼らが蒼天堀
I
に
see.
出店してからこの辺りにたくさんあったキャバクラは
So it's like the 5 billionaires
閉
of
めてしまって
Kamucho.
閉店って
Interesting.
どうしてや。そんな。
もちろん5店舗はどれもすごい人気です。
それだけじゃない。なんや。
Shady business practices, perhaps.
簡単に言うと嫌がり
Ah, speaking of, I think I saw a glass in the back that reminded me of something. I'll be picking up some coupes tomorrow. And a few other things. So I'll have some new glasses for you to see pictures of when I make the cocktails. I hope they'll look a lot nicer. Instead of putting them in wine glasses or that sort of thing, they'll be now in a proper coupe. It won't be quite a, cocktail glass or a... What are they called? Martini glass, but it'll be quite nice. Little coupe. I think they're for champagne, but that's champagne flute. No, it's the wrong
嫌
thing.
がらせ？
It looks nice.
もう嫌がらせするのもいい加減にしてくださいよ。
ん？
Speaking of harassment,
毎日朝から晩までいたずら電話したり、営業中に騒いで邪魔をしたり、
oh dear.
もううんざりですよ。
Oh, look at that man, though.
健全な勝負で負けるなら納得しますけど、こんなやり方卑怯ですよ。
Man with pride. It's a shame the person he's looking at looks like some sort of... Well, he doesn't look like a real human being. Look at that man. Practically Humpty Dumpty. I'm afraid he'll have a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men will never be able to put him back together again. Well, that may still happen, but that's because I'm incredibly violent, not because he's gonna fall off a wall. He might still, but it'll be because I threw him.
嫌がらせをやっているのが我々だという証拠はどこにあるんです？
As wonderfully dressed as a supervillain as I'd expect.
なんやあいつ。
The rotund of fun. Good one, Majima. Love it.
あれがさっき言った
ほう。
あいつは蒼天堀ファイブスターの一人。
Ah, Club
店
Mars.
長のクラブマーズはこの辺りのお客さんをほぼ独占しているお店で、
There you go. Interesting.
証拠なんかないけれど、あんなひどいことをやるのはあんたたちに決まってるだろう。うちの店が立ち退けば、この蒼天堀のキャバクラが全て5スターのものになる。あんたの狙いはそれなんだろ
う。なんだ、そこまで分かってるんですか。
Why are you so surprised? What do you think? You're the only man in this building that has more than 2 brain cells? Unfortunately, you're the only one in this room that has only 2 brain cells. Otherwise, you might be able to make a better expression or perhaps fix those rosy cheeks of yours. There isn't more rose in those cheeks. I think you're a bloody European garden.
お支払いしますよ。ただ、これ以上立てつくようなら。
Yes, 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 yes.
こんな薄汚れた店に金を出してやると言ってるんだ。悪い話じゃないでしょ。
Strange they don't try and run the clubs themselves, isn't it?
う。断る。あんたらのせいでどれだけの同業者たちが苦しんだと思ってるんだ。あんたらみたいな卑怯で汚い連中に蒼天堀は独占させない。
さすがはかつて人気店だったサンシャインの店長。他の店のように簡単には落ちないみたいだね。
That's so.
まあ今日は引き上げましょう。
何度来ても同じだ。私の結論は変わらない。
頑固ですね。まあそう言わずにまたご挨拶させてくださいよ。
What a fun guy. I almost thought I was in some sort of, well, rainforest. With all the myceline everywhere.
ああ、そうだ。そういえばあなたの娘さん、東京に住んでいらっしゃるんですね。いやー、かわいい。びっくりしました。
Good God, man. Come on. No need to be like that.
それにしても心配ですよね。あんな可愛い娘さんがもし万一誰かに襲われたりして。
Why do they always have to be so villainous? At least be more subtle. Good, like a note, or be more psychological about it. Good God.
さあ、私は別に何も。ただ、
frightening times, eh?
する輩がいないとも。
What are you gonna do?
このご時世ですか。
Be Humpty Dumpty and fall off a wall onto her, are you? Hmm? Have a great fall?
くれぐれもお気をつけて。ではまたお伺いしますよ。
Stupid man. Don't you know there's a main character in the room?
くそ。
What are you gonna do with that?
店長。
どうすればいいんだろう。
Clever though, leaving them just in the end.
大変みたいやな、店長。
あ、お客さん、すみません。
気にするな。それにしてもなんなんやあいつ。蒼天堀5スターだったか。なんであんたの店をそこまで狙ってるんや。
蒼天堀5スターは、お互い手を組んで蒼天堀のキャバクラをすべて
It's one way of doing it, I suppose.
独占しようとしているんです。
I feel like there's a more efficient way of doing it, more insidious. Get you more money in the end.
もともと蒼天堀にはキャバクラという勢いのある新しいビジネスの波に乗るべく、たくさんの
It always used to be healthy and good, they always say that. I was saying that when I was younger, it's never been healthy. It's just been varying degrees of rotten.
彼ら5スターは手段を選ばず、金を使った引き抜きや嫌がらせ。
Did I drop this orange? There's an orange on my desk that I'm currently holding. You can't see it, but it's here. Ooh, orange.
その結果、蒼天堀に残っているキャバクラは彼らの5店舗と
It's in pretty rough shape, this orange. I bought it for cheap because I was going to use it for cocktails, and I was right to do so. I'm curious to see how good orange would taste, though.
なるほどな。
Chopping of the bit.
そうなりゃ確かにあんたの店を乗っ取って完全独占したくもなるわな。
They've essentially made it complete, though. There doesn't seem to be anyone here, so clearly the competition isn't here.
しかし、なんであいつらはそんなことをしてまで蒼天。
詳しいことは分かりませんが、
Hmm.
噂では蒼天堀のキャバクラを独占することでキャバレーを潰す力を手に入れたいらしいです。
Ah, that's clever.
キャバレーを潰す？
Interesting.
はい。なんだかんだで夜の街で未だに大きな力と金を持っているのはグランド
Indeed they do. Funny that.
キャバレーです。彼らはそのキャバレーを打ち破り支配することで、そこに渦巻く金。
They can definitely claim the cash, but influence and personnel, that doesn't usually work that way.
だから新興勢力であるキャバクラを完全独占することで、キャバレー
Sounds like we've got a horse in this race, Majima.
と思います。
It's time to cross some Humpty Dumptys.
なるほどな。キャバクラだけでなく、キャバレーまで独占できれば、実質的に街全体を支配し、
Mm-hmm.
でもそんな野望のために我々がひどい目に遭うなんて納得。
Swallow glass. Wow.
度重なる嫌がらせと圧力で正直営業どころじゃなくなっていました。
まあ、お世辞にもいい状態とは言えんな。
これでも少し前まではこの地域のキャバクラででもあいつらによる店内での迷惑
Nothing a large and intimidating bodyguard can't fetch.
このままではもう奴らの要求を飲むしかないんですかね。
And also you have threats now.
しゃあないな。店長、俺が手伝ったるわ。
え？
実は俺は5スターが狙っているキャバレーグランドの支配人なんや。
グランドの支配人って確か敏腕と噂のあなただったんですか？
Well, no need to say that, mate.
俺としてもその5
No need to flatter me that much, mate, but if you say so.
困るし、何よりもまずそいつらのやり方が気に食わ。俺と一緒にこの店を立て直してあいつらを逆にぶっ潰したろうぜ。
いいんですか？グランドの支配人さんがこんな寂れた店に協力してくださるなんて。
困った時はお互い様や。それに
The king of the
キ
night.
ャバクラっちゅう業務形態に興味もあるからな。いろいろ勉強させてもらうで。
ありがとうございます、お客さん。
おっと、自己紹介がまだやったな。マジマや。一丁頑張ろうぜ。
We've also got to save his daughter from murder, don't we?
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
ああ、
ええ。
Yes, Okay. Let's go. Didn't know. Oh, new hideout. Wonderful. Tell me. Yes, let's go. Let's do it, shall we? Crush your competition. Final goal to establish the Subshine as an undisputed top club in Sotenbori. Because this, my friends... I don't know where I was going with that joke. How can I make circles out of this? I wonder where I could get candied on. That orange is distracting me. Goodness. Drama, drive, rival, manager, oh, you learn combat techniques. Oh. Tremendous profit. And anything you earn goes, spend however you wish. Grow the club, smash the competitions, and become the true cabaret club star. It's one way of spelling star, I suppose. Star. I mostly got it. Trial by fire. Let's do this. Learn how to be a mad dog. Prepare to open. Select staff. Change their appearance. Open. Hostess. Statistics. Abilities. Looks. Other values. Easy as hostess to ensnare. Oh, I thought it said ensnare her guests. Ensnare her guests and make them have a good time and spend lots of money. Levels up. Gains experience by working shifts. Wow! A company that has the concept of people working to get experience. What a shock. Platinum hostess is gonna go special. Sit down with the girl. Click on a mock date. Karaoke bar. Training goes well. Look at the good. Chase looks, modifying stats. Wow, this is very intense. Bought the item. For whom you bought the item. Condition, this will affect their performance, yes. Mount move is often given some time to work off. Just with skill high levels, cost wages, which affect it. Get off me, bloody moth. Shaky sword. Think he can touch the immutably holy skin of yours truly? How dare it? Cost rate awareness, special. Funny how we would actually pay them more. We're a cabaret club. You'd think they wouldn't have that much bother about employee pay. Trying to skim it off the top. Fans in the area to shoot. Game fans, targeted area according to customer satisfaction. Ooh, fancy. Never thought I'd be running a cabaret business. Yeah. Let's do some special training. I don't know. She's a platinum. Battle butterflies. What's going on? Why has it suddenly changed into a much more intense style? This is making me uncomfortable. I understand at last. I had the same problem when I first started screaming, actually. It's pretty tough to think up of things on the fly. Eventually, I just gave up and just let my mind take me wherever it goes. That wasn't the right answer, Lars. I love your enthusiasm, though. Work a little bit on that out, shall we? What the hell do you do with yourself all day, then? Anything can count as a hobby as long as it takes up your free time. Talking to people. Oh, a bonsai plant. I've never tried to grow plants like that. I've done a bit of a garden out back. Yes, he makes you. Good point, Majima. I'm gonna take the compliment part of that sentence. Not the backhand. But it did hurt a bit. That's a bit rude. 8 years? Good God, lass. It almost makes you a master of any other hobby. I honestly wish some people in my life had that feeling as well. But we can't always get that what we want.
Yeah.
Lead them. Come on.
でも私、お客さんとどんなこと話したらいいかわからなくて、どうすればいいんでしょう。
それじゃあ
Well, that's incorrect. I know plenty of men who turned down a compliment. Yours truly is included in that particular unfortunate category. I've always been terrible at compliments. Oh, shut up, phone.
顔とかを褒めればいいんだ。
ああ
今、私真島さんのこと生まれて初めて尊敬できましたよ。縦に変な眼帯してませんね。
God, this child is rude, isn't she? Good God. She really has a sharp tongue on her.
ちょい待てや
あれ、精一杯褒めてみたつもりだったんですけど。
Hey, we did pretty well. We're doing so well so far. I'll scratch that.
何言ってるんですか。私だって特技くらいありますよ。
Do you now? Come on. Enlighten me.
ですね。よくお年寄りに好かれたりしますよ。
Mate. That's like me saying younger people like me. That it doesn't sound very good on either part.
あ、確かに。私おじいちゃん子なので。
That is something I understood. Even when I was in my adulthood, I always found it easier to talk to older people because I hung around old people more often when I was younger. Didn't have as many friends my age when I was a young man. So I can see where she's coming from.
おいおい
真島さん。
それじゃあ
若いお客さんも多少は。
Yes, I thought the same thing when I was trying to become a paramedic. And then you suddenly become very uncomfortable when they're trying to talk to you. Classic. What is this, a job interview, mate?
たくさんありますけど。もう失礼ですね。
At least she said she had a lot.
そうですね。真面目な話をしますと、私男の人と話すことが苦手です。
You're in a cabaret club, lass. A hostess club. Why are you working here?
あ、それはですね。そうだ。苦手だからこそですよ。ここで働いたら男の人への免疫が高まるんじゃないかなって。
Something I also thought when I tried to become a paramedic.
あ、確かにそうですね。真島さんとは
Doesn't work out that way. You need more experience for that sort of thing.
それはないですよ。真島さんは多分男の人って感じがしないから大丈夫です。
This lady has got to learn when to keep her mouth shut, clearly. She is just wonderfully rude, isn't she? Charming.
すいません。
Charming little one, isn't she?
お疲れ
Perfect lesson. Chocolate on a dashboard. It's true. Or chocolate and mere existence in Australia. Why the bloody hell not? Let's go. Hello, it is I.
いらっしゃいませ。お客様。
いらっしゃいませ。
Fabulous. You do know how to make an entrance, don't you, Majima? Fun little bop, isn't it? Loving the trumpet. Yep,
いらっしゃいませ。
should have probably. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just throwing them at people. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh dear.
よろしくお願いします。
毎日だな。素敵だよ。
いらっしゃいませ。
よろしく頼むよ。
ごゆっくりどうぞ。
かわいい
盛り上がりましょう。
かわいいね。
Trouble!
ごめんなさい。
お引き取りくださ
I wasn't reading what I was supposed to be.
い。いらっしゃいませ。
どうも楽しいな。
嬉しいわ。やったー。
I don't have a cute girl.
いらっしゃいませ。
あんまりだな。素敵だよ。
お願いします。お願いします。
ありがとうございました。ご延長はいかがでしょう。ありがとうございます。
Righto, this is a lot more intense than I was expecting.
ようこそサンシャインへ。
Swap out people. Mm-hmm.
いらっしゃいませ。どうぞこちらへ。
Reverse cute.
お待たせ。
Ah, goodness. Making it difficult for me. Wow, I've already got 1,000,000 yen. Da-da-ba-ba.
ようこそ。
どうもどうも。
Better not ask for bloody cute again. I swear to God.
かわいいね。
そうなんや。
ゲストグラスです。
I don't know what these hand signals mean. Sorry, don't have anything for you, mate.
お願いします。
ご延長はいかがでしょう。失礼いたしました。
Wow, that person's going nuts in the background.
おもろいな。
Help me. I'm trying to run a club, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Ow! Keep your bloody move.
素敵やな。お願いします。
ご延長はいかがでしょう。ありがとうございました。
Honestly, not too bad.
ありがとうございました。
I'll have to certainly do some farming of that off screen. Off
あ
screen?
りがとうございました。
That was tough. Goodness gracious. Oh. Sorry about freezing. I was looking for something, wasn't I? Yep, my camera's disconnected. Oh, I'll be staring into your souls for a while until I can fix that. Short of guessing girls. Hmm. Mhm. 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 Whole city's a battleground.
Oi!
Wow. That was quick. I was certain he said he was coming back the next day. Has it been 24 hours? Did I black out while going into some sort of manager's trance? Managerial-induced trance? Is that how that works? I wish I had that ability. I'd had a much better time with a lot of things.
Oi!
Wonderful. My next favorite skill. Violent blunt force trauma.
Oi!
And serving up bat sandwiches. Oh, sticks and stones indeed, mate.
What?
What are you What? What do you think I am? Some sort of demon of your nightmares? Because I certainly will be.
Yeah.
Oh. I wanted to fight, mate. Come on. How do I make Humpty Dumpty have a great fall? It's strange that he doesn't know Majima is the name of the manager he's so afraid of from the Cabaret Grand. Clearly he's not as smart as he thinks he is.
Eh?
A host of hostesses is an achievement I just got. Who the hell was that? A vending machine, quick! Oh, I'm going to be pestered by people I've helped at some point. Hello. Oh, I'm hiring somebody's mum. Wonderful. Truly. Oh, she's the one of the doll. Yes, yes, yes.
Ah.
That's one way of saying it. I feel like I'm taking advantage of someone. I don't feel I can feel very good about this. Hello. Oh, well done me. Oh, yes. Your personality ain't much to speak of. Wow, mate, goodness. You're learning something from that cabaret girl of yours. Goodness, Majima. Do you now? Have to buy stuff yourself, do you? Discount vinegar. I'm not gonna remember your name. Wow, rude. Miranda. Wow, this man doesn't pull any punches, does he? You're good looking forward to meeting her. Goodness. Oh, loving it, mate. Loving it. Laying down the law, aren't you? Oh, Mr. Pink Pants. I missed my fight, so I'm gonna make yours the one that I get tonight, eh? Oh, there's a card there, I have to remember that. Yeah, multitasking. The communist approach to beating people into the ground. Everyone gets an equal amount of hits. Hey. Slightly busted Swiss watch. And a Riri Kurabayashi card. That. Interesting. Club Sunshine. Out of my way. You foolish fools. Don't you know? I run this city. Oh wow, he doesn't got much. To my destination, avoiding all of the side quests on the way. It's probably a terrible idea. I'll get to them, I'm sure. What the hell's that? Come on, Dream Machine. Oh, another cannon. Wonderful. I did want another one of those. Jaunty guy. Wow! Look at all those sequins! Down in the bottom corner, you can't see them, but... those sequins. Look at them. Right there. Man made of sequins, this is. Ugh. I wonder what sequence of events led to him wearing a suit like that. Miss Salt and Borries, Mr. Moneybags. Oh. Hmm. I see. His hair seems like it owns probably quite a bit of cash in his hair too. Goodness. Got the aura of bling, does he now? You know, sequins these days isn't exactly associated with what would it be called? Illustrious prestige. Sequins is more of a dollar store sort of trash thing. That or a certain type of dancers, I suppose. Think you're a bit up yourself, mate. So up yourself, I think that second little tuft of hair on your head is actually another head. You've gone all the way up through your ass and out the top of your own head, mate.
Yeah.
That's why no one wants to take your money. Like the human embodiment of a god. Good to be self-aware. Good to be self-aware. Mm-hmm. The veneer peeling off, says the man covered in veneer that's currently going to peel off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Accurate. For you? Screaming and running away. Ouch. Oof, you've had a rough life there, mate, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Filled up a whole house. Chase and tail. Big pompadours are associated with gangsterism in Japan. Yes, I have heard that. Every time I think of pompadours, I just think of greased lightning for some reason, even though I don't think there are any pompadours on that sea, though. Though I have seen some impressive pompadours from the greasers in Japan, though. Speaking of grease. Greasers in Japan can get some impressive hair. Frankly, if it was any more impressive, I'd feel like they were fall flat on the ground. I wouldn't be able to walk. I'd have back problems from the hair. Yes, I knew greasers and stuff were quite popular in Japan. But there's just so many cliques in Japan, it's insane. Mm-hmm. Take the moral high ground. Buy a few friends, fair enough. As long as you're psychologically okay with that, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Hmm? Oh. Hello, Ali. How are you doing? Good to see you're back. How are you feeling? Feeling fast? Feeling strong? Feeling ready for the day? Mm-hmm. 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 But you are wonderful. It's good to see you, though. Should we listen to this man about an investment fund? Should we get a lesson investing in 1980s Japan? Just in case we get sent back to the past? Should we do it? Should we indeed, everyone? Yes? Sure. Let's go. I'd like to hear how to improve my investment portfolio if I was sent back 20 years. 20 years? God. Here I keep thinking it's the 2000s. 40 years? God, why is it? Time passed so quickly. Yes. Yes. I know all this. Limited stocks, startups, movie productions, racehorses. Wow, it's a surprisingly competent description of investment. I was expecting more zany jokes. I can wait for you to play the games I suggested. It would take a long time and a lot of money. I'm glad you can wait, because it will take a long time and a lot of money. Well, if I'm buying the physical copies. I could always emulate them, I suppose, but I probably shouldn't say that. I will legally purchase them and use the disc to emulate them. If I could find them. There's a couple of competent little hole-in-the-wall kind of game stores. I might find them there. So don't you worry. I'll get there eventually. I've got the console. I fear it will be a while, though. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to take to finish this game. I'll probably end up playing this on Sunday, actually. This game on Sunday, instead of doing something else this week. Because I realised Elden Ring's coming up soon, and, well, old mate here is a bit of the fan of those games, so... This time, I swear I'll be on the ball. I'll be, you know, playing one of the popular games of the day. It's true, I do have all the PlayStation consoles, so I probably shouldn't bother emulating them. You make a good point. It's just a final resort if I can't find them physically. Because I don't think the servers for PlayStation 3 are running anymore. Are they still running? I'll have to check. Performance of real hardware coming from the guy who likes emulators. Oh, fair enough. Didn't think about that. I haven't emulated many games, as you can probably tell. Only a few smaller games. Bit of old Pokemon. I did a randomizer challenge with a nephew of mine. You see, we both had played Pokemon back in the day. And he's a lot better at it than I, so we did a bit of a randomizer challenge in one of the old Pokemons that he really liked. Oh yes, that one! You did mention that, didn't you? You did mention that. I did see a few of the streams for it. It's an interesting game. I don't know how much I'd like that sort of point and click, but we'll see. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Elden Ring's coming up, and I've still loved this game. So... I don't know if I'll have the time. Maybe we'll give a stream to it next week. Perhaps. No harm in giving it one stream, eh? Bit of a strange stream. I'll reserve it for the kind of weird stream I normally do every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks. How about that? Do that needy streamer overload one, eh? I'll put it on the, what's it called? The schedule. And if I can find any of those games, all these good games, such a short time on Earth to enjoy them, indeed. If I can find any of the games you mentioned previously, I did go make a list of them, actually. I'll see that. Morning? Everything? Morning / everything? Oh, yes. Okay, I got what you were trying to say there. It took me a moment. The hamster wheel word and came to an answer. Mutual investment. Well, yes. Evening, Mac. It's good to see you. We're probably in our last 30 minutes of the stream. It's easy to see if you interact with the game. Well, we'll jump into it for a stream or two. Oh. Just waking up. Oh, ready for the day. Bright and early, mate. Ready to face the day. Carpe diem. There's like 50 games, 8 hours minimum. This is just ludicrous. Yes. It'll be interesting. Well, you know, I've had games where I haven't given that much time to a game. I haven't finished Crash Bandicoot, for God's sake. Granted, that's because it's practically impossible to finish. Yes. Investment. Kazan Kabuku. Not with much chilled. Yes, that's true. Oh, transferring money. A Kazan. Good old Kiryu in the other one. I see. Interesting. It's a way to send money to friends. Interesting. I'll get around to it. Send all of my money just before I do the next thing to my friend. To old Kiryu. Give him the whole 100 million. And yes, 100 million, yes. Mm-hmm.
すみません、よろしいですか？
Do I?
あ
ホールのお客様が支配人とお話ししたいと。
どんな客や。
どうも日本人じゃないようです。
I wonder if Kiryu and Majima will meet in this game.
中国人
I'm not too sure, actually.
背が低
You'd think they would, considering they're deuteragonists of the same game. You're starting a Twitch channel, whatever, just to get through my backlog. Well, it is one of the main reasons I started my channel originally, was to play games I never had the patience to do on my own. Which can work well, and it can work badly. This is one where it panned out for it, and I remember the Blair Witch being an awful time. It's not a bad game, it's just a bit too artsy. Okay, so should be 50 games in total, not including that weird mobile one. Well, I'm not planning to play all of them. Don't you worry. I don't think there are enough Ramos Gin Fizzes in the world for something like that. By the way, Ramos Gin Fizz is the thing in the top right corner. Quite a complicated drink to make. I felt very impressed with myself to make it. That's not that complicated, but I felt impressed anyway. Praise me.
支配人
すぐ行く。
ご案内します。こちらへ。
Who is that? Oh, I get to press one button. It takes me there. Oh. Who thought I'd be on the Majima cable service? Tram service, I mean. Why did I say cable? Goodness. I guess I was thinking of cable cars, wasn't I? Now, who are we going to meet? Oh, it's the doctor. Looks like a good drink. Well, yes. It's gin. I went with London Dry this time. I've made this 3 times. With 3 different gins. London Dry definitely works the best with us. Japanese spinners that weren't officially translated. That's true, that always happens. Yes. Gin, lemon, lime. Couple of dashes of vanilla essence. A couple of dashes of orange blossom water.
おい、
Shaken up with heavy cream and
俺がこのお客様の相手する。
the follow button. That's
それと、こちらの患者は俺持ちや。
heavy cream and egg, shaken for a long time to make your arms so. Too many games, you need variety. 2-man games.
昼はすまんかったな。あんた、
Variety.
怪我しとらんか。
Variety is the spice of life, Ali. As it always is. But yes, shake this drink as much as you can bloody handle. Make your shoulders sore. I can't get it quite over my head yet. After 3 or 5 minutes, it's actually supposed to be shaken for 12 minutes, but I couldn't do that. Pour it out, throw a dash of soda water in, and it fizzes up really well. Express some orange, and you've got yourself a nice fizz. The Ramos Gin Fizz, New Orleans drink, very famous. I have no idea what's happening in this conversation because I'm talking about myself. Variety is the spice of life. It's why I've learned to cook so many different types of meals as well, and now I'm learning to drink so many different alcohols. It's something I've guided me my whole life. Hell, that's why I'm screaming. Even in my old age, I want variety to be the defining factor of my life.
蒼天堀沿いや。
Going to see if I can get a bartender to make it. A Ramos Gin Fizz? Well, just say they don't have to shake it for 12 minutes. I quite enjoy it. It's very smooth, creamy. It has a
俺のねぐらを突き止めたい。
lightness to the foam. It's very nice. But the foam is thick, like a sour. I'm sure if you have a nice London Dry gin too, it would be much better. I have a middle of the range sort of London Dry, but yes.
さすが太っ腹ね支配人さん私あなた大好きよ
I guess we're going to meet Lee. We like stepping out of this place an awful lot, don't we? I feel like we're hardly here managing the place.
Majima.
Oh, hello. Mix of an OJ with a bit of lemonade, sparkly water for an abomination or a perfect drink. I don't know why you need to add sparkling water. You've already got lemonade in there, right? Unless it's a lemonade that isn't fuzzy. isn't furry, fuzzy, furry,
ゆうべど
carbonated?
ちらさんでしたっけ？
わしらんことはどうでもええんや。
Hmm.
誠ちゃん。
Yes, OJ and lemonade shouldn't be too bad. I can tell you for a fact, OJ and vodka is a great drink called a screwdriver. Throw some grenadine in there and you've got yourself a vodka sunrise. Or a red screwdriver, I'm not too sure if you want it.
お前ら
Oh. I'm surprised you didn't remember much of it. I suppose it's been 2 chapters ago. Everyone has a short memory. Not everyone has a memory like me. But sparkling water, lemonade, and OJ. A bit of OJ might be troublesome. Maybe mostly OJ and lemonade. Wonder what it would taste like with watermelon flavoring. You mean the abomination that Ali is talking about, or a vodka sunrise? Oh, lemonade isn't carbonated in the United States? Ah, most lemonade is carbonated over here.
女さらいに来た連中が
Non-fizzy or carbonated lemonade, regular old lemon, sugar, and water. Well then, I suppose it could work. Because then the carbonation would be coming from the soda. You'd have to be careful not to put too little, otherwise you wouldn't have enough carbonation. Or too much, because then it would water down the drink. But it could give a kind of a spritzer taste if you added just, you know, a couple of ounces of OJ, a couple of ounces of lemonade, and fill up the rest of the glass, a tall glass with soda. Could be a nice, refreshing drink, but it's winter over in America, isn't it? Or in the Northern Territory. Northern Hemisphere. I'm sure they were having some dramatic conversation that I have completely ignored because I was talking about drinks. Oh, she? No. We are not letting you fire that bloody gun. I had enough holes in me, thank you very much. Yes, it's winter right now. Because I know it's winter because it's the dead of summer here. I'll have to try. I'll go to my original house. Yes, well. Mocktails are the word of the day these days. Oh dear. People love mocktail these days. Stop! Cannon time! Well, this is just a blast, ain't it? We're having a blast, ain't we? Oh.
どんだけごついねなんなんやお前
逃げんな
Not so fast, mate.
があったんとちゃうんか
Oh, you've got another scar for your wonderful face. Handsome, aren't you?
こっちも聞きたいことがあるんやきっちり答えてもらおうか
店の前で何やってんだ支配人
Oh,
佐川
this weasel of a man.
なんかトラブルからしくねえな
Version of that drink shouldn't be too difficult. I don't know if there's actually an alcoholic gin. It's become popular these days. There are non-alcoholic gins. I've seen them. I don't know how they taste. But there are plenty non-alcoholic versions of drinks these days. I should try it sometime. Perhaps a midday stream where we do a bit of a non-alcoholic run through the various offerings of non-alcoholic spirits. Might be an idea. Because, yes, I've always been curious about them. There are definitely non-alcoholic beers, and some of them do really taste like beer. I've had the Carlton Zero once at a bar, because I was the designated driver, you see. And I was lazy, and I thought, why not try it? I hate beer, but hey, some of them do really taste like beer.
別に何でもあらへんわ
Yeah, you weasel of a man. Go flap those giant ears everywhere.
牧村誠は見つかったのか
Mix a bit of Yakuza, Dead Rising, and a lot of God of War, you get God of Rising Yakuza? I'm not too sure. What do I get? God of Rising Yakuza sounds like something an old man would say to... I guess I am an old man. Well, that was probably one of the most old man things I've done in a while. Like... Legend of Shadows. Raid Legends. God of Rising Yakuza. That sounds like a game that already exists, mate. Can't wait for that 3-over crossover. Sure, it's already happened somewhere in somebody's dark imagination.
今探しとる途中や。昨日の今日やで。まだ時間はあるやろ。
まあな。見つかっちまえばあとは殺すだけだもんな。
Killing them is the quick part. Whew. Is it now? And here I thought.
ならもうええでっか。無駄話しとる暇ないんで。
無駄話ってことはねえだろ。こいつはほうれん草だ。
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. ABC? Yeah, got it. Easy as 1. Yeah. You know what they say about ABC? Yeah. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, mate. I'm just having a blast. I'm living my ideal life.
せやったら報告と連絡は以上ですね。
相談はねえのか？
あんたに相談するくらいだったら電柱にでもしとくわ。
What's the unfair part of bringing a naval cannon to a fight? Not just any naval cannon, it appears to be a naval cannon that actually has blast powder in it. True and proper warhead, I'm shooting at them. Because it's certainly not fast enough to be... How do you bastard? Sound like you're about to heave up your lungs acting like that. And 7 shots. Yes, it is a fair few, isn't it? And it's not that hard to repair. Hello, lady. Where's the jazz? Come on, mate. Can't do a scene like that without a bit of jazz. Rightio then. Where the bloody hell would I find oh, yes! Where is that fancy shop? Oh dear. We've been visited by Hithotski. Very good. God of War series stream would be awesome one day. Yes, it would be. Not enough time in the day, is there? Thank you, Tiberian. But yes, not enough time in the day, is there? There are as many games as there are stars in the sky. I do have the newest God of War, but not any of the others. So I fear I'm not too sure how much I'd be able to understand the storyline. Or if that's what you're looking for anyway. Hello, lady. Did she just snap her back to look at me? That looked disturbing for a moment there. Give me your best leopard print pants. A lot of them are very good, yeah. I'm not buying her a coat. If I was buying a coat, I'd wear it myself. She's bloody worth 200,000 yen. Goodness. You don't know what Ragnarok? Didn't know how to look as that. Oh. There's another one? Unfortunately, I didn't even realize there was another one. I was referring to the one from 2018. Clearly, I need to keep up with the times. I apologize if I got you excited. And you good joke if you were actually joking. I'm not too sure if you were being sarcastic. Give them a miniskirt. Bit weird to give somebody a miniskirt. Ume. I wonder if you... Yes, the sequel to God of War. Eh? Goodness. Well, that would have been quite the reveal if I did have early access to it. Plot twist, I actually work for the industry. And I am actually here to show you all the newest games sooner than anyone else. Click here now. It'd be a great advertisement, frankly. Shame I don't have that sort of access. Never been my sort of industry, and Australia hasn't been very good at making a healthy industry of competition and innovation. Still in development. Oh, goodness. Oh, oof. Wipe my brow for that one, mate. Oh, here I thought it was some sort of expectation. It's mate. Oh, mate. Goodness. Oh, hello. Hey, Lars, how you doing? Boom, 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 boom. Why does everyone keep asking for these designer brand boys? Why do I feel like I'm becoming less of a cabaret manager and more of a sugar daddy? Practically one of those diabetic fathers already. Tanewa to you too. There's a Wolverine game of their own on PS5. Can't top that masterpiece in 3D. Cannot top it. Lamarche, give me another designer named brand purse. You seem to have a lot here. Still don't know why you're open this late. Seems a bit strange. I was wondering about all this stuff here. Italian boots, Italian men's necklace, handbag, well-made domestic brand. A French handbag. Should we go French or Italian? You know, she was wearing a white and silver outfit, but pink, she could have a pink outfit. And it's cheaper. It's pay a bit more this time. I've got all the money in the world. But I'd be curious to see how they do it. It's always difficult to see how they'll do with those sort of newer IPs. It's hard to say. A good Wolverine game. I haven't played many superhero games. How were those superhero games I heard announced a few years back? Those Avengers games that all looked like they had gotten, you know... Who's the for you acts, they all gotten, Bob Rowney Sr. to play the Iron Man, and they didn't get the old Australian mate, blonde-haired. They didn't get Chris Hemsworth, they got Hems Chrisworth. I think it probably would have done better, actually, even if it had a terrible storyline, if they'd actually got the likenesses of the actual Avengers that were in popular culture recently. It's just a bit of a silly idea. They had all that sort of problem back in the 90s too, with movie tie-in games. They weren't willing to pay for the rights to the person they were using in their game. It sucks to play. Once leaked your IP address and terrible gameplay. Oh dear. Didn't realize it was that bad. Give her the French handbag. Too many microtransactions. Good God, it sounds absolutely riddled with issues. It does remind me very much of the movie tie-in games back in the 90s. Remember some of those? What was the one? There was that Mortal Kombat one. Was that 90s? I feel like that was the 90s. That Mortal Kombat one. That was a movie tie-in game to a movie that was tied to a game. That was very confusing. There was Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat movie, then the Mortal Kombat movie, the game. Get your head around that one, eh? But Sometimes I wish those games back in those days actually bothered to get the rights for the people they wanted to play as. If you're gonna do a James Bond movie that starred Sean Bean, then bloody well get Sean Bean. Street Fighter game, the movie, yes. Street Fighter the game, the movie, the game. Batter up! Yes, that was a real game. I know. I'm entirely aware. I lived through the wonderful era of tie-in games and tie-in movies. They were bad as each other, frankly. Both the games that tied in with movies and the movies that tied in with games. Nighty-night. I never did learn how to do it properly. There was a Mortal Kombat, the movie, the game. Yes, there was. You've never heard of it, Mac. Well, goodness, mate, you should have a look it up. It had that whole radioscope sort of stuff. Iori Kogawa. At least the Spider-Man 1 and 2 got a really good game. It's strange that I've never played them, but then again, our house was never really a Superman house, I suppose, household, I suppose. None of my nieces and nephews were really that into superheroes at all, really. They're more into Hot Wheels, dinosaurs, and maths. Frankly, it was disturbing. I have no idea how they were related to me in the least. Maths. Oh. What a thing to be into. I think he mistook the Street Fighter the movie for Mortal Kombat. Oh. Did I? Was there not a Mortal... There was a Mortal Kombat the movie, wasn't there? Was I that stupid? Am I misremembering? All these things are the same to me. Oh dear, I'm revealing my age. Especially because none of my nieces and nephews... Was there not? I could have sworn. Dear. Oh wow, he looks fabulous, doesn't he? Splathouse looked awesome, yeah, but it's so sick. Splathouse.
Yakuza にやらなあかん仕事やることや。ヤクザから逃げ切らな。
そうかもしれへんな。
Fair enough. Let's have a chat about it, shall we?
それよりお前、ここどないなっとる。
Movie yes, game no. Maybe it just always seemed like the sort of thing that had a terrible movie game. Did have a terrible movie, didn't it? Was that recently? Did it have another movie recently? I made a long chat about it earlier. Oh. Did I misread that chat? Huh, must have. I see. Do you know who the game was? The one that digitized footage of the film actors? Yes, that was the one. Yes, I must have misremembered. That does sound right now, you said. Goodness. How embarrassing. Should have doubled down. Yes, Mortal Kombat had a movie in 2021. Oh, how was that? Anyone watch it?
Yeah. ずっと前から監視されとるんや、ここは。
お前の店の周りもやで。
わかっとる。他に蒼天堀からよそに出る道も全部。
He's probably like, why did we get involved with this man?
蒼天堀から出ることを許されとらん。連中が監視。
I had it fun. Oh, wonderful.
俺をこの町に閉じ込めとくため。
この町全体がお前の檻っちゅうことか。
Indeed it is. A very nice gilded prison cell. Very fabulous, isn't it? All mine.
せや。
どういうこっちゃ。
俺は。
At least the movies are coming out now based on the video games are actually good, aren't they?
それが上に噛みついて。
I'll wait to see if the Uncharted one is good, eh? Old Tom Holland. The Mortal Kombat movie was well received. The movie's sequel was the bad one. Yeah, interesting. Who's excited to see if Tom Holland pulls off a Nathan Drake, a young Nathan Drake, eh? I'd be curious to see how that... I'm honestly not have a very high level... I don't have a very high, my, bar for that Uncharted movie is certainly not high. Guess that's me who grew up with them and actually played them. Detective Pikachu was a good movie. I actually watched that one. I actually had quite a bit of fun with that one. Oh, and I watched the Sonic movie recently. I felt I didn't get a lot of the humor, but I could see how it was a very good, you know, teenager, young kid movie, though. I personally didn't mesh with it as well. My nephew-in-law, who's a bit of a cinema snog, though. I have a lot of nephews-in-laws, but I also had a lot of nieces, so that's probably for the case. But yes, a nephew-in-law of mine, he's quite a movie snob, and he likes the cinematography, and he's like, wow, this is actually a well-paced movie. You know, it's a pretty well-paced movie. I actually quite enjoyed it. We watched it together a while back, a couple of months back when he visited. Sonic 2 is coming out soon. Oh, is it? But yes, I'm most worried for that Uncharted movie. I'm really... that Uncharted movie, mate. What to say? Yes, it's... You know, it's just hard to... It's really hard to, you know, show up that actor, I suppose. It's like no one but Brendan Fraser could ever do the Mummy movies. I just couldn't see it done by anyone else. Brendan Fraser, fun guy. He's got a lot of weight recently, actually. Tails and Knuckles are going to be in it. Oh, really? I see. Wonder how they're going to introduce them. We all got our baggage. Oh, really? That's a good point. Why does a clinic have a escape route? He's on the run from the Triad, isn't he? Yes, especially because it'd been a very suspicious spot. No Amy Rose for some reason. Probably too much of a hassle. Oh yes, I forgot. That lady. That little one. Sonic's required love interest, as all 90s games tended to have. 90s and 80s games all tended to have a protagonist with some sort of feminine counterpart. That was just how it had to be. Made for good plot points, I suppose. Even Crash Bandicoot had his counterpart. Excuse me. Well, we'll meet Matt. Yeah, what about it? More stuff. Slip through unnoticed. Ooh, fabulous. It's time to do our best James Bond spyness. Yeah, for one game. Yes, well, you know, it's not all about... That fella looks suspicious. It's not all about, What do you mean? It means they're good plot points for one game. I assume is what you were meaning, Mech? The girlfriend thing was always a good plot point for one game. And it was a very common thing. Well, these days I almost think it's... These days, sometimes I wonder about the, Sagawa's Kwanzaa. What was I thinking about? There's always that assumption in stories that characters of opposite genders are assumed to be on the path to a relationship before they actually are, even if there is no signs for it. It's one of those strange things that us humans do with storytelling. That was incredibly awkward. Majima. Good God, mate. Oh. There you go. Fun. Man, oh, it's the Club Sunshine. Right next to the Club Sunshine. Wait, I have more games, yes, but promises only a few. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, Ben 10 Protector of the Earth, and God Hand. I have heard of God Hand. I've heard it's quite difficult, actually. Bit of one of those niche, sort of cult classics that you hear about occasionally. Drift on the Wind. Goodness, I am bloody hot. We'll have to finish up soon, otherwise I'll die of heat exhaustion. But we'll make our way back to Makoto. The poor little lass. Have our last little story beat. God hair is hair ripping hard. Oh. I wish you people would just leave me alone. For God's sake. Hell, for not even God's sake, just for your sake. I wish you would just leave it alone, you stupid little bastards. I've cracked so many bones, you'd think I'm some sort of galley chiropractor. Cheeky sods. Now you better ask for forgiveness. I'm gonna use all that CP. You're steaming for food. See you, dude. Have fun. Well, let me get my pans back. It's been good. Goodbye. It's been good to watch. Thank you, Ali. It's always good to see you. See you when you see it. When I see you, I suppose. Business. Casting call. Oh. Right here. Very mysterious. Oh, I prayed at a shrine and a woman appeared. Alright. 30 years later, probably. After you've finally finished all the games you suggested. Yes, my bones will be dust by the days those days that happened. Oh, he's determined. Oh my god, I overslept! Oh no, Andy Brandy! We're probably in our last 30 minutes. No problem, Andy. My alarm didn't wake me up. Oh well, we all have days like that, don't we? You get something for the rest of the day, I suppose. Well, for tomorrow, I suppose. And don't you worry, I've decided I'll probably be playing Yakuza on Sunday as well. I didn't want to do a whole another week of Yakuza. I did that 2 weeks ago, but I realized Elden Ring's coming up soon, and I want this game squared away before that comes out. Oh, don't you beat yourself up too much, mate. There's always another stream. Always another chance, mate. It's 4:30 AM, oh dear. About to meet our young little lass. Oh dear. Time is a thing. But yes, Elden Ring's coming out soon, and I'd rather have this squared away before I play it. What have you done this stream? Oh dear. Well, I talked about my drink a lot. I was late starting too. I started 15, 20 minutes late. I talked about my drink a lot. Ramos Gin Fizz. Tiberian's gonna be sick of it by the time I finish this stream. I can describe it to you if you want. Other than that, we beat up a grade schooler who looked like a 23-year-old man and stole pants back from him so we could give another guy his pants back. We didn't really do many side quests. We learned how to run a cabaret club. We got horribly insulted by one of the girls in the staff. 10 minutes late, thank you. I thought it was 20.
同じ女が何枚も隠し撮りされてる。
What's going on?
リーさんがそんなものをなんで？
よ
But
早
yes,
速見とるな。よう撮れてるやろ。
saved a man in his pants, got beaten up.
なんなんやこの写真。
Yes, I gave Tiberian mod because Cardbox wasn't here and we had a few bot problems.
説明したる。
So, old mate Tiberian's been here for as long as I can remember.
飲め。
So I thought I'd give him some responsibility.
リーさん、
お前の分もあるで。
Cardbox was an old watcher as well. You see how much more effort they've put into these three characters' models compared to everyone else's.
考えがある言うてたんはこの写真のことか。大体この女誰や。
結婚詐欺の常習犯や。それだけやない。
Ah, Natsuki!
男が何人か
Hello.
不審死しとる。
How you doing? Sure, I haven't been very active on the Discord.
って縁切り代わりにやったんやろ。
I'm just not very good at Discord.
このゲド女のええとこは年頃と背格好やな。
I was thinking that was something.
元によう似とる。
So this is what we're doing.
どないした。
That's our big plan. Eh? And you drugged the drink. Come on, mate.
よう聞く。
I just talked to a different viewer. Oh.
リ、お前何を。
こっから先はこの子に聞かせる話とちゃうんでな。
How wonderfully dark.
少し眠らしとく。
Also, that drug, that worked
お前も
fast.
鈍いな。
Goodness.
その写真の
Even the best of rubies don't act that fast. It's practically like she inhaled the stuff. If it was going through the lungs, I'd expect it to move that fast, but it wouldn't keep her asleep that long.
ええか。殺しの依頼したとき、その依頼主は何が欲しい？
A body?
的を殺したっちゅう。
Drug! Indeed.
せや。結果や。
Even the best drugs don't work that fast. Unless they're injected or inhaled, and the inhaled ones don't last very long. The injected ones do have a bit of a better pharmaceutical half-life.
の女には
Active farm life,
なってもら
but
うんや。
なんやて。
わしとお前でやる。
how wonderfully scummy of us.
死体にこの服着せてな。
Oh dear, dear, dear.
身元確認するのにわしんどこ来るやろ。
Does that mean we have to break all of her teeth and shatter her skull so they can't recognize her?
死体はうちの
I should have set 2 alarms. I do that occasionally too, but I have always been the kind of person who, when he sets an alarm, he always wakes up before it. Usually 30 minutes, just long enough to annoy you, because he can't go to sleep again.
その顔を
So, just ask. Oh, okay. I'll have to keep that in mind.
わからんようにしてしまえばいい。
Yep, breaking the teeth, smashing the face, got it.
薬で焼いてるんや。
That's very suspicious, though. What the hell are you, man? Good question. And here I was judging his method. Triad. I'm guessing Chinese triad.
本当のこと言えや。お前は何もんや。ただのハリスとちゃうやろ。
Clearly.
なんとか言わんかい。
わしも元はあんたと同じ殺し屋や。
Kuroshiai wa.
なんやと。
Killing
大
person.
陸系の組織に雇われとった。最後に仕事したんは
Fun.
半年前。確か。
Let me guess. They asked you to kill her as
その
well.
頃や言うてたな。
If you keep getting used to it, you might eat your own Discord server, Mr. Winters. Well, I'd need to figure out how to bloody hell use Discord then, won't I? I did make a small server for collaborations recently, but beyond that, I can't say I'm very well versed. But if it comes to it, I'll have to figure it out, won't I?
よう覚えとったの。組織に監禁されとる女がおったとして どないしてわしがそれを拾えんねん。道端にでも落ちとるか？半年前、わしは組織に雇われて韓国系の連中を襲撃した。
It's better to stay awake and hit the snooze when you're up. Then, but when you forgot about the alarm, so you're running to your phone.
その時まで
that's
こ
fair.
っちも何人かやられとった。
Am I missing some messages? I feel like it's... Got any channels you need? I'm on a few Vtuber Discord servers. Oh, so... Interesting. I've been in a couple of them. I have a few Discord. I made a Discord so I could communicate with people. I know it's the main form of communication. Did you think I wouldn't come? Well... I thought things had gotten in the way. Life is life. But I'm glad you did make it, Andy, Brandy. When I didn't see you at the beginning, I was like, oh dear, I wonder what's happened. I hope he's okay. Know somebody might help you make it up? Well, I'll certainly tell you if I need some help. Yes, I was more worried for you, Andy. Or glad that you were getting proper sleep.
そこに半裸の女がぎょうさん監禁されとってな。けどそん中に一人だけ身動きできん子がおった。
それが
Makoto.
誠や。
I don't know how naturally I woke up at 4 a.m.
見えん目でわしの手さ。
You had a dream, a vision. The ghost of winter's past visited you. It said, awake, child. There is a responsibility you have missed. A promise you have made. Go, fulfill it. Ah! Then you woke up and said, is this visions of things that can be, are, will be, or can be only? Could I change them? Like your very own January Scrooge.
ぎゅーっと握って離さんかった。泣きながらありがとう繰り返して。わしはその小さい手どうにも話すことができんかった。
The child to the broken lady to melt the hitman's heart. A classic. My face when I saw the time.
それ以来の親代わりっちゅうわけか。
Your heart leapt through out of your mouth.
わしも昔は
You thought you'd involved in some sort of frog, being able to spit out your internal organs. You were so surprised.
小さい時から病気がちでな。薬の副作用で最後はよう目が見えんようになった。その仕草が、あん時の誠と
Always things in our past that haunt us, isn't it?
真島、わしはもう自分より先に
Oh god. Did you know they could do that? That's why the bloody cane toads here survive so much. They can run over our car and spit out their internal organs and survive. Not too sure if they can, but something I was told once. Never really bothered to check. But I'm pretty sure some can.
赤の他人なんぞいくらでもぶっ殺したる。それがええことやないことも分かってる。せやけど。
Options. It would be nice if we knew why she was being pursued. Then we could do something about it. Right.
お前にも手が
Options indeed.
お前の雇い主に誠殺した報告してもらわなあかん。
だ。
はあ？
極道舐めすぎや。そんな小細工すぐバレる。
Yes, it's a bit suspicious to give them a corpse with acid hands.
せやったら他にどんな手があるっちゅうねん。言うてみ。
Calm your farm, mate. You scream like that, you'll be in danger till the cows come home.
話やし。
And then we'll be in real trouble.
俺はお前の計画に。
Because then your farm will never be calm. So in chapter 7 or 8? I haven't left I'm on chapter 7. 7. I haven't left chapter 7. Maybe I will, this chapter.
そうやってまた逃げんのか。
Rude.
わしにはわか
I
る。
need a channel knife.
お前が片目なくしてもたんも備えして逃げて
I'm
きた
currently sniffing an orange. Hmm.
なんやと
Dang. Still.
なんやかんや理由つけて
Indeed.
己の手汚さんとずーっと自分を
3.5 hours.
してきたんとちゃうか
The heck were you doing for hours? Honestly? Mate, I can't tell you. Came into the stream a few drinks down. No, I wasn't that drunk. Bit tipsy, and that was about it. It was a bit of a rush, but talking. I did a lot of talking in this room. Myself. I did quite a few side quests. I did that whole cabaret club thing. It really just takes a lot more time than I'd think, doesn't it?
けどお前も所詮元は極道やったんや一せやったら腹決めて地獄をつらんかい
お前が俺の何を知っとるんやボケ
That gives you a lot of money.
ここにもう一遍聞いとく
I noticed.
わしの
He was talking about his drinks for hours.
ほんま
Yes, I was doing that, wasn't I? It's certainly definitely part of it. Certainly maybe part of it, yes.
そしたらどの道わしの計画知ったからには生きてここから出すわ
Ooh, a fight! Wonderful. I'm always up for a bit of round of fisticuffs. I beat Vtuber in the game 1 billion. Oh, goodness. Man, I'm looking at that drink and going, I wish I had another one.
ねえマジマ
Ah, damn, my knuckles are not cracking. Wow, this man's got... quite the health bug. Hope you gave us some strong... Wow! He spun like a bloody top, he did. Looking for a refight, eh? Yes. Well, where's the fun and... Oh yes, last time we had a refight, didn't we? Because we fought... What's his name for the second time, didn't we? This time with one less pinky. So less capable of forming a fist. Oh dear. Classic. Stop in the hand with the intimidating stir. Wow, again! Yakuza, yes, that's him. The old mate. With his Emna tattoo. You know, the king of hell. Goodness. Oh, stop acting like you're... Did he just throw a knife at me? Goodness. That was a short moment just before they attack that I can use those super moves on him. Dio style. Hey. Oh, that's... I know this one. That is from a JoJo, isn't it? That's a reference to that JoJo show you guys mentioned last time. I did do a bit of research on it. And I had realized I had watched the first season of it. Good old Kono Dioda. And I've used his joke. I almost used one of the jokes from it, because I just thought it was a meme. I didn't actually know what it was from, but I almost used it as a meme in one of the videos I was editing. Turned out I had no idea what it was from, I just thought it was very funny. I'd seen the scene where he froze time, and I thought, I could do that. That seemed like a good, funny idea. I didn't end up doing it, it was a bit difficult to do. Is that a JoJo reference? It's funny how much on the internet you can just not know about. So, yes, that one. Zawodo.
それやったらそれで俺が向かってくるも一人残らずぶっ殺したらばなんやとそんなできるわけ
So yeah, you fellas talked about JoJo last time.
確かに一度黒に染まったもんはどこまで行っても黒や。
Interesting.
そっから抜けることはできん。けどな、それでも噛みつく相手選ぶくらいはできる。それが俺の流儀や。
おい、やめろや。
Here's what gets crazy. Oh dear, does it? It's frightening. How does it get even more crazy than this? It's already pretty melodramatic and very bizarre. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Ooh. Boom. Gotta love that. Tension-making deep sound. Take a long drag on the diary, mate. Smoke that dirt like there's no tomorrow. Probably cheap cigarette. How the bloody hell did that ash get all the way over there? Couple of cheap ciggies, mate. Sure, they're much cheaper back then than they were these days. Bloody Australian have to sell their firstborn child to the devil himself to get a pack of ciggies here. Question for yourself, not for us, mate. Maybe you can play the JoJo fighting game for a stream. There's a JoJo fighting game? And who in the hell is you, Mr. Red and Black Pinstripe? That's a terrible smoke. Number 2, released by Capcom. Oh, fun. Both with makes sense. There's a lot of anime fighting games. I've seen quite a few. Ah, well. I've got a bit of free time now. I can watch a couple of shows. I'm pretty sure I started one of them. And it's a series that I think one of my nephews have suggested to me before. They had mentioned it to me before. And we planned to watch it together, actually. But they ended up getting a job and unable to come to that family holiday, so we never ended up watching it. So I'm sure I can find it somewhere online. On one of the streaming services. There's about 100 of them. Bloody well, one of them I haven't. And I'll give it a binge. Not doing much else with my time. It'll be fun to watch while drinking up some cocktails I made, eh? Maybe I'll make a JoJo cocktail. Hated the show, but I like the game. Wow. Alright then. To the ground. I feel like I spent half of Majima's storyline heading to the ground. I never get that, though. Well, this time I have to go to the ground, do I? Like the show. My nephew seemed to enjoy it. Oh yes, I have that ability now. I can avoid fights if I throw money at them. I forgot. Start off as a manga, perhaps you should start there. Oh, that's true. I'm a bit more of a reader than a watcher these days. Drunken Moogle that makes video game and TV show based drinks. Oh, that would be quite curious to see. The problem with about those sort of special cocktails or riff cocktails and reference cocktails is they tend to be made with very specific ingredients. Yes, I do know sluggery is a bit much. I do occasionally use the weapons, they're sometimes quite fun. Hello, lady. But yes, I tend to use it just because it's the path of least resistance. I didn't even really consciously think about it. How do you want to you too, man? But it has almost been 3.5 hours and it's quite late here. I can't stay that far much past my bedtime, fellows. So we'll have to start finishing up. Hello, lady. I was hoping she looked like somebody I could hire for my cabaret club. Entirely business-minded, mate. Nothing else. Hello, young Lars. What are you doing? Would you like to join my suspicious cabaret club? You too could make exorbitant amounts of cash, while making me even more. It's better than me going, oh, hey, good evening, Uncle Bert, what you doing? Ah. It's better than going full Australian, actually. I could have been far more colourful in my use of language if I was going full Australian. Let me jump to the other screen, shall we? There I am. Keep the watch. Alright. I'll keep the watch. I'll throw it on the box. Remind me next time not to sell the watch. I've already sold one of them before. He was just prowling for bathrooms. All in the business, mate. Oh, mind on the business. Don't you let yourself get distracted. Almost did in the last room. What, sell the watch? Yeah, probably did. Pull myself up so I'm a bit taller. Because the cabaret girl will want one. Ah! And they're a bit tough to get, are they? Oh, I see. Keep that in mind. Oh yes, I've updated everything. Hopefully the VC face will use less overhead now, so it'll not crash as much, because I did some updates. Did some fun things. So hopefully it'll be fun. And you can see my handsome face, and use my see my handsome hands. Ooh. Now go full Australia. Go full Australian in that last room there. That's true. Yeah. I didn't go full Australian, mate. How the heck are my messages taking so long to get through and everyone says hello? I don't know. It's strange. The delay is strange. I don't know why. But yes, Pocket Circuit. Full Australian, mate. You haven't seen me go full Australian. When I start pulling out that C-U-N-T word, that's when I've gone full Australian, mate. And I start sounding like some sort of goblin man. You don't know full Australian, if you can call that. Yes, the C-U-N-T is full Australian, mate. Set your stream to 2 times speed. Oh. 2 times speed or 2 times? 2 times what? 2 times size? 2 times... I've tried to put up the fastest, chat speed. I've put it at the fastest chat speed, but I can't figure out anything else other than that. So it's on your end if it's slow. I've done all I can. Granted, I'm also Australian, so my internet isn't what you'd call fast. It's definitely not the fastest in the world. That's the joke over here anyway. Well, yes. Just like I can call you a... excuse my continued French. If you're viewing, you can increase the speed of the stream. Oh. There you go. Excuse my French. Somebody can go, oh, you fuck, mate. Yeah, fuck you, mate. Oh, you cheeky sod, you bloody fucking bastard. All that sort of thing. And you can use, I'm completely okay with using things like fuck and shit and other fun words like that. But it's, yeah, that other word. And yes, we do use it for friends. And if I was at a pub and somebody started saying it to me, I'd say it right back. It's... And hey, I once got mugged by a fella who had the most expansive vocabulary of... You know what? Bloody hell, let's say it. Let's ruin this whole scrims thing. But yes, it's at the end of the scrim, I'm sure it'll be fun. I was once jumped by a fellow who was very drunk, years ago now. But his expansive vocabulary was, hey mate, look at me, you cunt. And the other one was, hey, you want to fight, you cunt? Yeah, you want to fight, you bloody cunt? That's what he sounded like. And then the other one was like, hey cunt. That was his whole vocabulary. The only words he ever spoke to me were those 3 phrases. Oi cunt, look at me, you cunt, and you want to bloody fight, you cunt. Fun guy, isn't he? Yes, rough times, that. But that's the case of people who are high on alcohol and drugs. That's the worst thing you could call a woman in the United States. That's why it's a no-no word. Oh, I see. I don't think I see can't used for women as much in Australia. I don't think that's... Yeah, quite the vernacular, is it? A very funny vernacular. And he sounded like that. That's the, what I like to call the train station goblin voice, because they're the kind of person to come up to you and say, oh, mate, yeah, come on, give us a ciggy, bro, yeah, come on, yeah. And then you don't give them a cigarette, and they're like, oh, you're a fucking cunt, mate. Because they think you have it. Because you dress nice, and they assume people who dress nice can afford cigarettes, which means they would buy cigarettes. Not realizing that most people who can dress nice are people who don't buy cigarettes. Mostly because they're exorbitantly expensive in Australia. And as I said, you have to sell your firstborn child to the bloody devil. So, it's one of those things. But yes, that's full Australian. Yeah, fucking cunt, mate. Fucking, fuck your fucking shit up, mate. They say fuck every 2 seconds. It's an experience. I never grew up in a family that allowed me to say such things. You see, I'm even worried now saying those sort of words. That my dear old ancient mother is going to hear it, and she's going to tell my father to chase me down with a bar of soap. They're expensive here too because of taxes. God. I once had a man threaten me for $50. And these days, $50... Back then, $50 could have given you a couple of packs, but I once thought about it because one of my nephews had a similar experience. He was working as a, like a cleaner. Not a cleaner. No, he was working, it was one of his responsibilities, cleaning, but he was at a kind of a shopping village. You want to go, you bloody cat? But yes, he was at a shopping village and he got screamed at by a guy. Cat. Cat. Yes, cat. And we're talking about Emmanuel... I was gonna say, you know, the philosopher. Cat, yes, I'm saying cat, you bloody cat. Cat. Meow, meow. They really love cats over here, that's all that I'm saying. What was I saying? But yes. And he also got threatened for about $50. But $50 years ago, that was actually money. But these days, $50 could barely buy you a pack of cigarettes, so I have genuinely no idea why he was asking for such a little amount when he was threatening my nephew. Yes, can't. It's Emmanuel Kant. I was trying to figure out the other way of saying it that everyone says in university lecturers, except the university lecturer who's fun and edgy. By the way, if you think I'm holding something, you can see me holding something. I'm holding an orange. I'm throwing it. Ooh, look, you can see it in my hands. Ah, that's great. Oh, that is very fun. Hut. I'm playing catch with myself. Quick, catch chat. Hey. You guys are terrible at catching things. Goodness. Orange tracking, I know. If only had a 3D model, you could really do something with this. Actually, there is some crazy... I saw somebody do a video on it. You can see when I grab it. That's very good. The cracking's really good these days. And a very long use, quite feat. It's quite good these days. The programming for this thing is really upgraded, this little leap motion thing. They've really done quite a good job with it. And I've seen some people do some wild stuff with this little thing. They've managed to actually do that sort of digital tracking. Yes, I think she was one of the people. I did watch her. I don't know if it was her exactly, though. But it might have been her. I did actually, I've actually, what do you call it? Bookmarked her. Just in case I need anything. But yeah, she had quite a few good stuff about that stuff. I think she used controllers, though. I wonder if you could connect this to it. Do the same thing, and then get like a digital... Set up a, what do they call it? A Unity little program. Make a little Unity program. I'm not nearly skilled enough to do this, but I might try and figure it out one day if I've got time. See if I can get some tracking and then make a digital object that I can throw. Then you won't have to believe me that there's an orange. You could see the orange yourselves. Yes, are you? Oh, yes. You were, weren't you? Thank you for that. It was good fun. gave me some hope. Watching her, I'm like, oh, even I can do stuff like that. Yes. Oh, goodness. Very interesting. Oh, goodness. These screams really do my back in. In a bit of chair, and I'm sweaty. Bloody sweating up a river here, mate. I'm surprised I'm not currently 6 feet under the water after all the sweating I've done during this bloody scream. The computer heats up my office, you see, and I am not the kind of person who comes to these screams underdressed, as you can tell. So, I am, unfortunately, very sweaty. Just throws for like 30 seconds. Oh, I wonder. Your stream is not doing well. Goodness, and here I thought Australians had a hard time with internet. You know, YouTube once a week, and you skipped a week, and you might have stopped. Ah. I see. Perhaps she's jumped onto a... what do you call it? Another one, the purple one. One named after an involuntary movement at Twitch. That's it. Oh, very good. I'm hilarious. I got it. I was just pulling your leg, mate. It's just taking the piss. Just taking the piss. She's on Twitch mainly, yes, I imagine. Also, once a week, you're gonna run out of content eventually. I'm tempted to do a once a week sort of thing for Twitch one day as well. Once I get the Switch thing set up, maybe I'll add a day on Twitch. Just so I can get people to stop pestering me about testing out Twitch. It's not like I can't do both. So. A bloody moth is back. Bloody... Shove off. Bloody hell, mate. My voice not cooperating right now. Being assaulted by a moth. Wow. Oh, goodness. Oh, hey, mate. You gotta pay for something like that, little moth. Goodness. Tried to steal a kiss, that mate did. Goodness gracious. Smelt the gin fizz on my breath. I was like, oh, I'll have a bit of that, eh, mate? Hey, little one. Hey, darling, give me a bit of a kiss, eh? Been assaulted by a sleazy moth. Goodness. Oh. Oh dear. I'll have to clean that up. And as all sleazy creatures needed to, he ended with a lot of pain after being assaulted by the bouncer. I was doing a thumbs up, but you can't see it because it doesn't detect thumbs above me, so thumbs up. Goodness gracious. Ugh. My face is itchy from that. Goodness. But other than that, we shall have to finish up. More before another moth comes and assaults me live on air. Goodness. Need to go to a bloody support group for that one. But, other than that, as always, good night, sweet dreams, and don't let the Yakuza bride. Thank you for all watching. Thank you for all watching. Wow! Thank you for watching all. We'll be back for Yakuza on Sunday, so we can make a good clip of this. Good. Yeah, you get the point. Oh well, I better stop talking before I start biting my own tongue in my tiredness. Goodness gracious, I can't even bloody speak. Stumbling over my words like I'm blind. Damn, I forgot to make that joke today. Oh well, I'll make it later. Nighty night, everyone. Good night and sweet dreams. Thank you, and goodbye.